City in Scott City. And the Beavers won that one en route to a state championship. They won that 66-29. We'll come back in 3 minutes. We'll hear from head coach Justin Fro as we break down this girls matchup with Scott City and Larned. Back in 3 minutes. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Security State Bank is proud to walk alongside
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center. No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio, with an affordable membership.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Western State Bank has been locally owned and family managed for over 50 years, and we're here to stay. No surprises, no sudden changes, just reliable, consistent service. Switch today and experience exceptional service. Western State Bank, banking with a personal touch. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Roberta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Justin Fro here in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A tough loss last night, but I thought there was a lot of positives that came out of that game last night against the Hoxie Lady Indians, a 55-38 loss, and really the final was much closer in how the game was played. They had a big run there toward the end of the game. But overall, what do you take away from last night's game in Hoxie?
I think there's a lot of positive things you can take away from the game last night. I thought that we showed a lot of growth in different areas. Just one, handling pressure much better was the biggest one, I thought. We still had 17 turnovers, but with that, it wasn't as bad as it has been in the past in terms of when we see pressure in the backcourt that we don't even get it across half court and we don't even get into our offense because, we're not handling the pressure well enough to do so. So I thought that we did get, into our offense quite a bit last night, and I thought that we handled the pressure for the most part pretty well. There was a couple of runs we went on where we started swapping turnovers, but for the most part, we did a pretty good job of being able to get into our stuff and actually get a decent look on the offensive side when we get into our offense. And then, I thought that our effort and hustle was pretty good last night, and I thought that, we did a good job stopping them in transition because they're a really good transition team, and that's where they, make a killing. Is turning you over and then transition out of that. So, I thought we limited that for the most part. And then defensively, we played, for the most part, the entire game was pretty well. We just, had some lapses there at the end whenever we went back to our man there to hopefully put a little more pressure and get some turnovers to, close that gap with no shot clock, and ended up, giving up some layups and found a little bit to push that lead to a little bit closer to 20. So, overall, I thought that we battled real hard, and we gave ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter, and that's what I just asked the girls. I said, you got to put yourself in a position to where you have a chance to win late, or be in the game late to either go on a run and win it, or, you say that you were right there. We just had to change a couple of things around to where we could finish those games out.
I think we've really seen the consistency of Peyton kind of becoming a more asserted into the game there. She really has done a good job getting the line and drawing the fouls and taking it to the rack, and I think you got to love that confidence that she's been really putting together, stacking games upon games with that.
Yes, she has, and I think it'd be nice to see if her and Piper both could have a good just a dominant game in the same game where both of them, are both aggressive and feeding off each other and are both very aggressive towards the basket and making shots, and, we see maybe 15 apiece from them or something like that. That'd be good to see. But, I think Peyton was being a little passive in the first few quarters, and when she came over to the bench, I told her, I said, I want to see the aggressive. Whenever I have the ball, I'm going to get downhill if no one's going to stop me, and I'm either going to shoot a jump shot or I'm going to get to the rim and get fouled. And then, once we had that conversation, I feel like she got a little more assertive into the third quarter and, early fourth quarter there, and kind of helped us, pull closer to them. And then on the same side, we had Piper that was able to get some baskets down low from us, and everyone else chipping in with a couple outside shots from our guards. So it was nice to see that, and we just got to continue to do that, from the get-go, and not wait until the coach tells you, though, you have to go be assertive. You have to go do what you've been doing for the last, 3 games and be dominant on the offensive side.
Once again, it is Coach Justin Fro pregame tonight. Scott City gets the Larned Lady Indians. This is a team that coming in with a pretty nice record of 13-5 on the year. They had a banked-in 3 to win it on Friday night at Heston. You take a look at this team, it's really kind of the same cast as last year. I guess kind of look at your scattering report from a year ago, just a little bit older.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same cast from last year, and we'll play them again next year, probably the same cast next year. A lot of very, very junior-heavy very junior-heavy team. And just a couple seniors. I think they play, really just one off the bench, and then a couple of sophomores in there. So for the most part, you're going to see a lot of the same cast you saw last year, and they're going to be pretty good. They have some athletes, they have some size, and they obviously are going to get to their star player, who's going to kind of do it on, outside, shooting the ball. She shoots the ball well from the outside, and then she uses her height down low to post you up whenever she has mismatches, and she does a good job of getting to wherever she wants on the floor that she dominates from, and we got to be able to limit to those points from her, and then we also got to be able to continue to not just solely focus on her where we're all just staring at the ball when she has it, and be able to take away some of the other options, so that way she's not going to hurt us, 1, by scoring, and 2, also by picking up assists to our teammates. So we're going to have to limit that, and then also we're going to have to finish possessions. I thought that our rebounding was okay last night, but we could have done a little bit better job just in terms of not limiting or allowing them to have second chance points, and then limiting the offensive rebounds for them. So I think we need to make sure that that's a key going into this game, is that we got to rebound and finish possessions.
Should be a good one here tonight. Scott City and Larned here. It's the second game as many nights for the Lady Beavers. Coach Justin Fro here pregame. Coach, once again, thank you for the time, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Justin Fro. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you in Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come on your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the match. We'll also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
We've all been there. The moment you realize the smell might be you. Stress sweat, long day sweat, it's hot outside sweat, they all give the same impression. According to the Cleveland Clinic, bathing once a day and applying deodorant consistently goes a long way. Bathing regularly doesn't only help with the smell, but it helps with your confidence and overall well-being. When you bathe, you remove the odor-causing bacteria on your skin. Don't be the smell, bathe well. Take care of your body odor and use proper hygiene.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products, tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Indians tonight, the girls' game. Let's see. 33rd meeting all time. Scott City does lead the series 18-14. They've won the last 6 in the series, including last year on the road. Of course, that was a Tuesday afternoon affair. They won that one 55-42. If you remember that from last year, they canceled the JV and C team games because of the weather, and pretty much had just varsity only. And started a lot earlier and got home at a decent time last year before the snow came in, and then it came in and no school the next day. But anyways, a little bit warmer today, so no worry about snow anytime soon. But Scott City trying to get back on the winning side here and get some momentum into a kind of a bye week. That'll be kind of nice to have a bye week for the Beavers here tonight or after tonight. You rest some players there and get healthy for a big stretch with 3 games next week. On the side here, Larned here in town tonight. They're coached by Jared Smith. He's in his 5th season, and they're a team that's 13-5 on the year. 2 years, they've slowly been getting better year by year. 2 years ago, they were 9-13, and then last year 11-10. But it's the same cast of players as a year ago. They are led by the junior Jaden Crosby. She averages 16 points a game and grabs 6 boards. She is a 6-foot junior, but she plays quite a bit out on the perimeter as well. They also have Lauren Slater, a 5'7" sophomore. She averages just under 9 points a game. And then they go to Brooke Simmons, who's a 5'7" junior, averages around 6 points a game. As a team, they average 45 points a contest. As this is an improved Larned team year in and year out. They improved so far by 2 wins. A year ago, they lost in the sub-state first round to the Larned or to the Russell Lady Broncos. They finished 11-10 a year ago, but already 2 wins better, and they've had some pretty big wins along the way, beating a ranked team in 1A Division II, Buckland. They beat them in the Larned tournament. They also beat the other night Heston. TMP Marion, not a bad team. Southwestern Heights has been pretty decent this year as well, so they've had some good wins along the way. They've lost to a very good Holcomb team. They lost to Colby right out of the gates out of the Christmas break, 36-35 on the 2nd of January. Lost to the Inman Lady Teutons. They've lost to a very good Halstead team. They played them to within 9, who is ranked on the top teams in Class 3A, and then lost recently last Tuesday at Hillsboro against the Trojans. So this will be a good test tonight for Scott City, but we'll see how it goes. They actually, I think, match up pretty well with them here coming into tonight. On the other side, the Scott City Beavers looking to get back to the winning ways here. A tough stretch here with 2 weeks ago, Goodland, Colby, Hugoton, and then Holcomb last week. And then Lissa's on Friday night, last night against Tahoxie, and then now Larned tonight, who is probably one of those teams that's being looked at on the outside of the top 10 in Class 3A. But the Beavers are going to have to continue to be aggressive. They are led this year by Piper Fox and Peyton Gentry, 11.7, 11.2 points respectively. Gentry had 13 last night in the loss at Hoxie. It was a game where Scott City kind of had the turnovers in bunches, couldn't quite get that rally going, a big run going. But maybe tonight's the night they do that here. But then it's been the issues really the start of the second half as well for the Beavers this year, or last few games in particular. They've kind of come out sluggish starting the second half, and that has really come back to haunt them this year. And so that's going to, or in the last few games in particular, I should say. So let's see if that trend gets bucked here tonight. Here, so we should have a good Tuesday night crowd for some high school basketball, and we'll have a lot coming up here as we wrap up your pregame coverage. Once again, presented by Scott Co-op here. As I have a middle school singing group or choir. Looks like a group here that's going to sing our national anthem. And so we will, take a look at our starting lineup. So we'll also have keys to the game and the opening tip-off and tell you who's who's in action tonight in the Great West Activity Conference. Scott City, the lone non-league game tonight. So we'll do that after this 2-minute or 90-second break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Miss Nancy Green sings our national anthem.
Go to the kids, say the part, buddy, and then be really, really slow and dramatic.
Miller Veterinary Clinic, South Highway 83 in Scott City, where they have compassionate care for all of God's creatures.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Starting lineups tonight presented by Security State Bank here as we get to your starting lineups here. And Larned, coached by Jared Smith in his 5th season, assisted by Amanda Clark. It'll be Cassidy Walks, a 5'7 junior who averages around 5 points and 2.5 boards a game. Tayton Reynolds, a 5'4 junior, 4.8 points, 3.6 rebounds a game. Brooke Simmons, a 5'7 junior, 6.2 points, 5 boards a contest. Lauren Slater, a 5'7 sophomore, 8.6 points and 3.8 rebounds a game. And Jaden Crosby, the 6' junior, 16.2 points and 6.2 boards a game. Cassidy Walks, Tayton Reynolds, Brooke Simmons, Lauren Slater, and Jaden Crosby for the Larned Lady Indians. 13-5 on the year for Scott City at 6-11 on the season. Coached by Justin Fro in his 2nd season, assisted by Tricia Good and Matt Fox. It's the regular 5 that'll be starting tonight as they get the lights off here momentarily for the introduction of the Scott City starters. It'll be Peyton Gentry, the 5'9 junior, at 11.2 points and 5 rebounds a game. Piper Fox, the 6' senior, the future Tabor Lady Blue Jay basketball player, 11.7 points, 6 boards a contest. Chris Irvin, the future Dodge City Community College softball player, a 5'6 senior, at 5.7 points and 3.3 rebounds a game. Lily Leitner, a 5'10 junior, at 6.4 points and just under 5 rebounds a contest. And it's Kaylee Felker, the 5'6 senior, at 3.8 points, 2.6 assists per game. Peyton Gentry, Piper Fox, Krissa Irvin, Lily Leitner, and Kaylee Felker. Your starting 5 tonight for the Lady Beavers of Scott City. Those are your starting lineups. Onward, it's our Keys of the Game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight for Scott City, they've got to stay positive, stay upbeat, keep the momentum going if they can. Second key is limit the turnovers, and I say that because they've had turnovers in bunches this year at times, and they had it again a little bit last night. Third key for Scott City, own the glass. They need to continue to own the glass, and another key for them, they need to get off to good starts in each half, first half, second half. Those are your keys to the game. Officials for tonight's ball game, Michaela Bierman, Gary McGinnis, and Michael Barfield. So we'll see them here. And other games tonight in the league, it feels like it's rivalry night in the GWAC minus Scott City, an old rivalry from the Mid-State Activities Association with Larned in Scott City. But it's Colby hosting Goodland. The Eagles are playing their 4th game in 5 days, both on the boys and girls, and they've really had a tough stretch. Also, it's Holcomb at Cimarron and Ulysses at Hugoton. Lady Beavers tonight wearing those home white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. Larned in their road black uniforms, white numbers and letters, orange trim. They kind of got that checkered orange and white, kind of like Tennessee Volunteer style on the side of their uniform. Scott City wins the tap as we're underway. As Piper Fox won the tap for the Lady Beavers. Larned opens up in a man defense. Give and go, trying to get it underneath Piper Fox. Did Peyton Gentry, and an early turnover for Scott City. That's something they've got to curb. Here they had 20 turnovers last night against Hoxie. Scott City opens up in a 2-3 look here on defensively. 20 to shoot. Cass City walks with it. Both teams in their last games did not play with the shot clock. Larned at Heston on Friday night, and then last night for Scott City at Hoxie. Here's a right corner 3 for Tayton Reynolds. Swish. 3-0 Larned. 7:20 to go first quarter. And Larned will open up in a 2-2-1 3/4 court press. Scott City needs to show a little sense of urgency breaking it. And it's going to be Kaylee Felker, who just gets it across, but right to a corner there. Finds out of a double team to Krista Irvin. Now she'll just step up to the left wing and fire a 3 for the tie. Misses wide right. And the rebound underneath into the hands of Cassidy Walks, who hit that game winner bank in at Heston on Friday night. Still 3-0 Larned. 6:50 to go first quarter. And here's Jaden Crosby short on a 3. And Lily Leitner crashes the boards for Scott City. Lady Beavers moving from left to right as we see it here, from north to south here. Of course, the video board looking sharp for a second straight game in use. Felker looking for a cutter up top. It's Leitner. Now trying to get it to Piper Fox. Good help defense. Knocked out by Jaden Crosby. 17 to shoot. 6:23 to go first quarter. 3-0 Larned. Felker, the senior, to inbound it in sideline. We'll get it left corner to Piper Fox. Trying to get it into Lily Leitner, and Scott City with 2 turnovers in their first 3 possessions. In transition, pulling up that time right wing was Slater. Now they're working around the left corner. With it is Tegan Reynolds. She'll float one up, and it'll bounce in. She has all 5 of Larned's points. 5-0. They lead 6:12 to go first quarter. As the Lady Indians are 2 of 3 from the floor. Scott City 0 for 1, but all 5 of Larned's points are on 2 Scott City turnovers. Irvin skips over right to Peyton Gentry. Lobs it backside too high for Lily Leitner. Had the right idea. And Scott City, 3 turnovers in their first 4 possessions. And boy, they cannot get rid of that turnover bug. Valeria Castile in. She will replace Lily Leitner. And Scott City finds themselves in a 5-point hole 2 minutes, 2 seconds into the game. With it, here's Tayton Reynolds in the front court. Goes right with the pass to Lauren Slater. Slater to Reynolds, and now driving in. Layup no for Crosby. She'll get 2 free throws with 5:46 to go first quarter. Scott City foul number 1. That'll be on Kaylee Felker, her first. Crosby to the line. She's 73% on the year. She's a 6-foot junior. And knocks it down. 6-0 Larned. 5:46 to go first quarter. Mentioned this is the first time Larned has played in Scott City for the girls anyway since 2010. That was the last time they ever met as Mid-State Activities Association members. Of course, the league went defunct after that year. Larned ended up joining kind of a little mini league, and Scott City went to the GWAC. So it's 7-0. The 2 free throws knocked down by Crosby. Ball knocked out of bounds out high. 28 to shoot. 5:40 to work first quarter, and Larned up to a 7-0 advantage. Castile inbounds it in right side to Kaylee Felker. Now entry feed in. Piper Fox goes left. Nice up under her move. She gets it stuffed that time by Crosby, and here's Tayton Reynolds racing the other way. Ball deflected but picked back up. Scott City 0 for 2, but 3 turnovers here in the first quarter, and all 7 of Larned's points off of Scott City's 3 turnovers. They work it in the left corner to Crosby. Now at high with it is Slater. 18 to shoot. Skip it over right side. This is Reynolds. Tayton Reynolds out high. They work it to Walks. Now back in it goes to Crosby. Goes around Piper Fox. Splits the defenders and scores it. 9-0 Larned. 5:06 to go first quarter. And already Scott City in a 9-point hole 3 minutes into this game. Peyton Gentry will dribble it, looking to get it across the timeline. Does so with a pass left to Krista Irvin. And Larned stays in their man defense. Bounce pass deflected and another turnover. Already 4 turnovers on Scott City. 4:40 to work first quarter. Lady Beavers 0 of 2 from the field, but 4 turnovers. So far, Larned has scored 7 points off of 3 turnovers. And now with it, here's Crosby. Right wing, walks, and now up top. They go left side. Tate Reynolds head fake. Drives in, kicks it up top. Now they work it over left to Brooke Simmons. Simmons drives in, back left side to Reynolds for 3. Short. Rebound tracked down by Crosby out high, and it'll be a reset of the shot clock. Driving in, almost a walk that time for Reynolds. Left corner, here's a Crosby 3. Short. Rebound Peyton Gentry for Scott City. 9-0, halfway mark first quarter into Valeria Castile. She'll go up, miss it wide right. Rebound ripped away by Fox. She'll go up, and she's fouled. Good job by Fox ripping away the basketball. And 2 free throws coming up for the senior. Foul on Jaden Crosby, her first. That's Larned's first foul. Fox to the line coming into the week, 60%. She shot 10 free throws yesterday, and she doesn't draw anything on that one. Lily Leitner in, Payson Campbell in for the first time for Scott City, the 5'8 freshman. Exiting will be Kaylee Felker and Krissa Irvin. Still 9-0 Larned, 3:57 to go first quarter. Piper Fox, the senior, will get another free throw, and that one is good, and Scott City's on the board. 9-1, just past the midway mark, opening quarter. Larned with the basketball at high, Lauren Slater. They get it over now right side at the wing. That is to Brooke Simmons. Back up top right to Cassidy. Walks left side. Here's Lauren Slater driving. Pulls up over Lily Leitner. No. Missed time of the jump by Scott City, but still loose, but it's tipped out high. Cassidy walks, tracks it down for the Lady Indians. And they have a reset shot clock as well. Left wide open, a couple feet behind the arc. Short on the 3 that time as Crosby and Payson Campbell picks up her first rebound of the night. Lady Beavers down 9-1. Still looking for the first field goal. 3:20 mark of the first quarter. Going left for the pass to Valeria Castile. Goes Scott City. Castile holds it up top to Piper Fox. Right to Payson Campbell. Looking to drive the right baseline. Cut off. Now to Piper Fox from 17 right side. Misses a bank shot wide right. And now Larned is on the run here with Slater. Slater pushes it right side as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Scott City now 0 of 4 from the floor. Trailing 9-1 to Larned. Entry feed into Crosby. Goes to her left. Stripped out of there. Ripped away by Payson Campbell. Turnover number 1 on Larned. She just took it right out of Jaden Crosby's hands, the 6-foot junior. And Crosby was not expecting that at all. She was getting ready to go up for a shot. Fox into Leitner, short corner left. 2:30 to go first quarter. 15 to shoot. Scott City down 9-1. Gentry looking to go right. Does so with Payson Campbell. Now we'll dump it right baseline. Here's Lily Leitner with 8 to shoot. Puts up the tough shot. Misses it badly. Rebound Crosby touches it last as it goes out of bounds. But Scott City still struggling from the field as Larned will bring in Reynolds and Simmons. Also in there is Cammie Upson, a 6'1 senior for the first time. 28 shoot, that is. 2:13 to go first quarter. 9-1 Larned. Irvin driving in, loses it, but Larned touches it last. It'll still remain Lady Beaver basketball with 23 to shoot. 9-1 your score. Larned's on a 3-minute drought. Here's Lily Leitner. Nice cut to the basket, and she banks it in. Scott City with the first field goal. 2:04 to go first quarter. It is 9-3 Lady Indians. Scott City's had the last 3 points of the ball game. Larned on a 3-minute scoring drought. Simmons with it underneath. And bank shot is good on the right side. Cammie Upson, her first basket, 11-3. 1:49 to go first quarter. Larned ends a little mini 3-0 Scott City run as they go back up 8. Gentry goes right side to Valeria Castile, up top to Chris Irvin. Irvin looking to drive in, right side to Gentry. Thought about taking the 3, but doesn't. Jump stop, hangs, shoots, short. Rebound backside, Jaden Crosby for Larned. Good look for Gentry, just didn't finish it. 190 seconds to go, opening frame. Up top, Crosby goes left side with the pass to Tate Reynolds. Now over right baseline to Crosby. Crosby back up top here to Reynolds. 20 to shoot, 1:18 to go first quarter, 11-3 your score. Right side out high. It is Brooke Simmons, 14 to shoot. Now Crosby will drive the right baseline, draws the blocking foul on the floor. Second team foul on Scott City with 69 seconds to go first quarter. They'll get the push on Payson Campbell, her first, as Maggie Heineman, Piper Fox, and Kaylee Felker enter the game for Scott City. Also back in is Cassidy Walks for Larned, a new 35 on the shot clock. Inbound in now, right block here is Crosby. Shot short, last touch they'll say by Larned, and it'll be Scott City basketball. After the big start by Larned, Lady Beavers haven't been too bad on defense. They just had too many early first quarter turnovers and missed some shots along the way here. Only one field goal for the Lady Beavers. They're about 1 for 6 from the floor. Trailing this one 9-1, 50 seconds to work. Now Leitner gets harassed out high, finds Chris Irvin, sees a big enough alley. She'll drive the lane, missed the runner too strong, tipped out and into the hands of Brooke Simmons for Larned. Irvin did everything right but finish it there. There's 10 seconds between game clock and shot clock. 34 seconds first quarter, 11-3 for Larned. And now they lose it to turnover number 2 on the Lady Indians. Scott City with the ball, shot clock off. 25 seconds to work first quarter. Heineman back to Kaylee Felker up top. Wanted to go to Irvin, but quickly guarded. Leitner holds it, now needs help. She puts it on the floor. She'll just take a strong left, pulls up. Can't get it to go, but she is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. That's a second team foul Larned in this first quarter. And they're going to get that on Cammie Upson, her first. So Leitner with 2 points. Second trip to line for her. Scott City actually 1 of 8 from the floor, and that one rims out for Leitner. She's coming into the week 40% from the line. She actually had a couple of free throws last night. Trying to get better there at the line is the junior Leitner. Had 3 points against Hoxie. She has 2, and she'll stay there. She missed them both. Rebound to Cassidy Walks. Larned out rebounding Scott City 8-4 in this first quarter. 8 seconds to go first period. They lead at 11-3. Simmons left side now to Crosby. Turnaround over Leitner, no good, but rebound Piper Fox, her second rebound. 1 second, Scott City won't get a shot up to end the first quarter. Lady Beavers have had some good defense at moments at times, but the offense struggling here. After one, they trail at 11-3. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed. Bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
To convince you to supply, see store for details.
Larned shooting 4 of 10 from the field in the first quarter. Scott City just 1 of 8. It's 11-3 Lady Indians with the lead in the basketball as we begin the second period of play back here inside the Scott Community Event Center. Larned almost a turnover force there. They did have 2 turnovers. Scott City had 4 turnovers in their first 6 possessions. That ball pinballed around but picked up by Larned and a whistle and a pushing foul underneath. 2 free throws coming up here for the 5'7" sophomore Lauren Slater. The foul, and Lily Leitner with their first foul. Team's first of the second quarter. Slater to the line where she's 71%. Larned tonight a perfect 2 of 2 at the line. Scott City just 1 of 4. And they extend their lead to the Lady Indians 12-3. 7:44 to go first half. So shooting woes for the second straight game for Lady Beavers to begin. That free throw crawls off. Piper Fox boards it for the 3rd time tonight. And Scott City down 9 early second quarter. Long ways to go, but down 12-3. Offense has really struggled here in this first half. Chris Irvin with it up top. Needs to find somebody. Finds Piper Fox. Tight man-to-man defense for Larned. They played pretty good defense. Irvin up top wanted one dribble. Or got one dribble. Now a good position for Leitner. Goes up. Can't get it, but she draws the foul. See if she can knock down some free throws. That foul, Brooke Simmons, her first. Good offensive execution by Scott City. Leitner unable to finish it, but she's back to the line. She does have 2 of Scott City's 3 points. That foul, as I mentioned, Brooke Simmons, her first. Leitner short on that one. All right, the teammates console her, say, hey, you got this next one. So Lady Beavers now 1 of 5 at the line. Larned 3 of 4. It's no good on the second one. Leitner trying to get the rebounds loose, but picked up and then still pinballed around, and Larned ends up tracking it down. 7:10 to go first half in transition. Tatum Reynolds, who had 5 first-quarter points to lead Larned. Jaden Crosby added 4. And the other 2 went to Cammie Upson. And Larned will throw the ball away. That'll be turnover number 3 on the Lady Indians. 12-3 Larned. Scott City on a 3-minute scoring drought. 7:04 to go first quarter. And it goes to Irvin as Larned showed some token pressure. They back off of it. Irvin sideline left into the front court. Hands it off to Piper Fox. Fox dribbles now. They try to get it to Peyton Gentry or Kaylee Felker. It's Gentry got it. And then Leitner clears out the right elbow back to Gentry. Looking to drive in, but can't up top. Piper Fox drives in. Oh, she almost walked with it. She'll put it up and score it. She has 3, and it's 12-5. 6:40 to go first half. Good footwork that time and moves by Fox, the senior, with the first field goal. Larned quickly breaks the press and driving in. Here is Jaden Crosby. Has to kick it back up. And now it's to Cassidy Walks left wing. And Slater back up top to Walks. 6:20 to go first half. Right side. Here's a Tatum Reynolds 3 blocked by Fox, and she grabs the board. Scott City with a chance to chip away at this deficit here as we're at the 6:10 mark of the second quarter. 12-5 lead for the Lady Indians of Larned. Up top, Peyton Gentry goes left to Chris Irvin. Now in left elbow, driving in. Fox puts it up, can't get it to go, leaves it to right, rips it away. The rebound and puts it up and scores it. 5 points and 5 rebounds, and it's now 12-7. 5:55 to go first half. And it's almost stolen away, and it is by Chris Irvin. Just rips it right out of the hands of Tatum Reynolds. She'll lay it up, blocked that time, but they're going to get a hack that time on Cassidy Walks. That'll be her first. Larned with back-to-back turnovers and team foul number 2 in the period. With 5:44 to go second quarter, Irvin looking to score. She had 1 point, went 1 of 2 at the line last night. On the year, 60%. Scott City struggling at the line, just 1 of 6 and now 2 of 7. As they've put on a 5-0 run, they trail now 12-8. 5:44 to go first half. Cammie Upson in. She will replace Brooke Simmons. Second free throw for Irvin. Crawls off, and the rebound right in the hands of Jaden Crosby. Picks up her 3rd board. So Scott City scored 5 in a row here. It's 12-8 under 5:40 to go first half. Lauren Slater with it goes right side to Cassidy Walks. Back to Slater up top. Scott City continues their 2-3 look. Campbell to check in next, dead ball for Scott City. 18 to shoot. Up top, Slater. She'll just launch a straightaway 3 off to the right, ball loose, and that's going to be last touched by Larned. It'll be Scott City's ball as Crosby tried to reel it in but could not. Payson Campbell, Valeria Castile in. Now it is going to be Lily Leitner and Chris Irvin. So Scott City down 12-8 with the ball back, and they're right back into this one here. 5:21 to go second quarter. Peyton Gentry. And now to Piper Fox. The pass too high and right into the lap of Jaden Crosby and a turnover. And then they say over and back. Coach Jared Smith did not like the call as he says that she established position in court or in front court, but official Michaela Bierman right on the line there says no. Both teams now with 5 first-half turnovers. Scott City's ball down 12-8, 5:15 to work first half. Left corner, here's a 3 for Campbell. A little strong on that one on the backside board. Here's Cassidy Walks. She already has 4 rebounds in this first half. And then she gets tied up, or nope, she does not get tied up. It's a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout for Larned with 5:07 to go second quarter. Good look for Campbell in the corner, just couldn't get it. Basketball tonight brought to you by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beaver Creek Feeders, Beavertown FFL. Also, Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Shells Flyers, Moore Circle, Sea Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, Decal Bayer, Elevate You, LLC, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Human Bird Bins, and Fairleigh Companies. It's 12-8 Larned here with 5:07 to go first half. It's been a second quarter so far that's been won by the Lady Beavers. They have scored 5 of the first 6. Well, how about that? Yeah, 5 of the first 6 points of this second quarter. It's 12-8 here, as the Lady Beavers are very much a part of this game here. Out of the Larned 30-second timeout, 5:07 to go second quarter. All right, back to the action here. Left wing. Here is, once again, Lauren Slater up top left to Tatum Reynolds. 15 to shoot for the Lady Indians. Right side, Crosby. Guarded tightly by Campbell. Scott City stays in their 2-3 zone. Skip it over left side. Slater will drive left baseline. Fires it over Piper Fox, and the high archer drops in for two. Slater, the first basket, 14-8. 4:38 to go first half. That breaks a 3-minute scoring drought for Larned and ends a Scott City run of 5-0. With it is Larry Castillo, Payson Campbell, right corner, looking to drive in, reach in, but they let it play through. Now Castillo, now to Gentry, back to Castillo, up left to Payson Campbell. Now Kaylee Felker tried the left baseline. Her runner part is blocked, and the rebound to Cassidy Walks. Here's Larned in transition the other way. Driving in, Reynolds lays it up, stuffed that time by Gentry. Last touch by the Lady Beavers. 29 to shoot as Lily Leitner returns. She'll replace Piper Fox. 14-8 Larned. Right at the midway mark of this second quarter of play. Inbound in, right, open right corner is Walks for three. Misses it way too strong, and Kaylee Felker picks up her first rebound of the night. 3:55 to go second quarter. Scott City up, or down by 6 rather. Larned's jumped out, or Larned that is, jumped out to a 9-0 lead. Scott City's been playing catch up all night. They had it to within 12-8 moments ago. It's now 14-8. And driving in is Castillo, and she draws the foul. Team foul number 3 on Larned. And the foul charge to Tatum Reynolds, her first. Larned's third foul of the period. Scott City's been whistled for 1. And 2 free throws for Valeria Castillo. She is 67% on the air. She had 7 points last night. First of 2 is good. 14-9 as Krista Irvin in to replace Kaylee Felker with 3:42 to go first half. Scott City, though, really struggling at the free throw line here in this opening half. They missed the second one. They get 1 out of 2, and the rebound to Cassidy Walks. Already has 6 rebounds. Here's Larned back the other way, left sideline with Lauren Slater. Now up top, it's to Cassidy Walks, and it goes deflected but picked up by Crosby. Saves the possession of the pass to Simmons. Now left corner. Here's a 3 for Slater. Too strong. The rebound to Payson Campbell on the backside. Scott City with a chance down 5 to get it to a 1-score game. 3:20 to go first half. Peyton Gentry, who's scoreless, uses up her dribble, now needs help, finds Lily Leitner. She'll drive in, pull up in the lane, and she knocks it down. She has 4, and it's 14-11. 3:07 to go first half, and Scott City on an 8-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes, and they're back to within 3. Under 3 to go first half. Upson now right wing. Here's a 3, short that time for Simmons, and the rebound to Lily Leitner, her second rebound, and Scott City can get it even closer here. Looking to add to this 8-2 run. 2:45 to work first half. And it goes, ball poked away, but tracked down by Chris Irvin. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 20 to shoot. Castile holds it up high. 15 goes right with the pass. Now to Payson Campbell. Thought about taking 3. She'll drive in. Oh, she slipped and travels. Turnover number 6 on Scott City. Piper Fox, Maggie Heineman, and Kaylee Felker in for Scott City. I believe it's Tatum Reynolds back in for Larned. It's still 14-11 Lady Indians. So we approach the 2:25 mark of the second quarter. With it left wing is Reynolds. She had the first 5 points of the ball game. And now with it is Upson left elbow right side. Here's Jaden Crosby, dish underneath. Here's Upson, puts it up, no. Rebound, 3 Lady Beavers fought for it, and now it's still loose. And we get a tie up in the paint. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow with 2:02 to go first half. That time, yeah, you love the effort of having 3 white shirts right around the ball, but then they fight over it. And it ends up being a tie-up, and Scott City's ball in the possession arrow, and Scott City another opportunity to get closer to 3. That they've never trailed by fewer than 3 points. Poked away from Irvin up top, and then getting hit after that was Piper Fox. Might be holding her finger. That time pushing foul on Jaden Crosby. That is her second. Team foul number 4 and Fox. It's a little pain there. Hopefully she's okay and she's going to stay out. Or nope, she's going to be pulled out of there. Hopefully it's nothing too serious with 1:51 to go first half. So Scott City will now have Maggie Heineman, Lily Leitner, Peyton Gentry, Chris Irvin, and Kaylee Felker, who has the basketball up top. It's too high for Irvin, but she does track it back down. 25 to shoot, minute 40 to go second quarter. Felker uses up a dribble, finds Peyton Gentry. She's only attempted one shot here in this first half. Screen for her. Gentry goes left side. Heineman wanted to shoot the three. High dribble, almost a carry. Now Gentry with it, steps back, 10 to shoot. She'll push it, almost a carry. Lays it up, a little strong that time on the rebound. Simons, and then on the run, a whistle and a foul on Kaylee Felker. She got in the way of that one. That's her second. Just Scott City's second team foul of the period. With a minute 22 to go second quarter, it's 14-11 here for the Lady Indians as Cassidy Walks returns for Cammie Upson. As it is 14-11. We've been stuck there for about 2 minutes. Up top now with it is Cassidy Walks, left wing. Lauren Slater now up top to Simmons. Scott City still in their 2-3 zone, trailing by 3. The turnaround jumper floating it right side is Crosby. She has 6 and a nice shot. 16-11, final minute of this first half. That'll end about a 3-minute drought for Larned. Scott City ends a mini 3-0 run as well, under a minute to go first half. Chris Urban with the dribble goes right the pass to Kaylee Felker, almost fumbled it out high, and then she gets it poked away, picks it back up, clears that. Maybe threw an elbow out there a little bit. 40 seconds to work, 10 to shoot. Leitner up top. Here's Kaylee Felker. Irvin right side, drives the right baseline, trying to bounce it backside to Heineman 5 with 4. They get it into Leitner. She'll get it up and can't get it. Rebound put back just as the shot clock is going to expire. And Leitner pads her stats with an offensive board, and she has 6. 16-13, 20 seconds to go first half. Shot clock off, but the Lady Beavers importantly back to within 3. Brooke Simmons with it up top to Lauren Slater. Goes left wing to Cassidy Walks. Walks with it. 8 seconds to go in the half. Tayton Reynolds now right corner to Brooke Simmons up top. With it is Crosby with 3, with 2. Left wing, here's Walks for 3. And she short on it, and that's how your first half comes to a close. Scott City outscoring Larned 10-5 in that second quarter, and they are to within 3 at the break, 16-13. Back in 3 minutes with your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
God, someone just sent me a friend request. Do you know them? No, it looks real. And they sent me a link.
According to the FBI, there are 859,000 complaints a year about internet crime. From these crimes, over $66 billion are lost. This is a 33% increase from 2023. A way to prevent internet crime is to choose strong passwords and 2-step authorization. People would like to know about cyber safety to protect their kids from cyberbullying and identity fraud. If you get hacked, contact the police.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in Western Kansas, connecting your community. We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
100,000 marine animals dead. 171 trillion pieces of plastic in ocean waters. All because of us. According to the United Nations Environment Program, an equivalent of 2,000 garbage trucks full of plastic are dumped into the world's waters each day. In 2018, microplastics were found in the organs of more than 144 aquatic species. This could cause them starvation and death. Visit oceancleanup.com to learn how to help our marine life.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
My head is starting to hurt really bad.
Just take a break.
I'll just study for 1 more hour. According to the World Health Organization, 27% of teenagers in the United States suffer from school-related burnout. To put it into perspective, that's the entire junior class at Scott Community High School. The most common symptom of burnout is exhaustion, no matter how much rest you get. Please message the crisis text line at 741-741.
Adam Kadavy with you here. Studio engineer is Brandon Childers, back in the mix, 94.5 Studios. Larned jumped out 9-0 in the first 3 minutes of the ball game, and over the last 13 minutes, they scored just 7 points. Scott City didn't get the first point until 3:57 to go in the opening quarter on a Piper Fox free throw, and then the first field goal game with 2:06 to go on a basket by Lily Leitner, who ends up leading Scott City in scoring in the half. But Scott City outscored Larned in that second quarter 10-5. And Larned had some stretches. They had a 3-minute scoring drought and a 3.5-minute scoring drought in that first half. First half scoring looks like this here for the Larned Lady Indians. Jaden Crosby with 6, 5 for Tate Reynolds. Lauren Slater and Cammie Upson each with 2 for Larned. They had 13 rebounds in the first half, 5 turnovers, 3 steals, and 6 fouls. For Scott City, they were led 6 from Lily Leitner, 5 from Piper Fox, and then a free throw each for Valeria Castillo. And also Chrissa Irvin. And Scott City really struggled at the free throw line in the first half. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Scott City ended up with 11 total rebounds, 9 on the defensive glass. They had 4 fouls. Fouls not too big for either side. 6 turnovers though for Scott City. They had 4 turnovers in the first 6 possessions. They really did a good job in that second quarter of cutting those down. They had 3 steals in the first half. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the rest of your first half. Scott City down by 3, the Lady Beavers to the Larned Lady Indians at intermission, 16-13. Back in 3 minutes, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your yields and take your operation to the next level? At Precision Ag and Seed, we offer Pioneer Seed products known for their proven performance and also offer high-quality, locally grown triticale seed to keep livestock operations thriving, whether it's selecting the right hybrids or fine-tuning.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something. about scooters, coffee,
business growth and development. To find out more on what the Scott County Development Committee can do for you, call Nicole at 620-872-3525 extension 2 or see her at 811 South Main Street in Scott City.
At First National Bank of Scott City, we look forward to helping you manage your finances with our quick, secure, and convenient online banking service. Not only can you check your daily account history and spot fraud, you can also set e-alerts that will notify you if your account balance drops below an amount that you have chosen. Send notifications when your statement is available and when your loan payment is due. Don't forget about online bill pay. Check it out at fnbscott.com or come see us at First National Bank of Scott City. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to the Scott Community Events Center here as we're moments away from wrapping up halftime. Teams warming up here for the second half. 16-13 Larned with the lead over Scott City. Taking a look at some of the first half shooting. It's been cold really for both teams. Larned 6 of 20 from the floor at 30%. They were 1 of 11 on threes, 5 of 9 on twos. They did not attempt a free throw in that second quarter. They're perfect 2 for 2 at the line. That was all in the first quarter. For Scott City, they were 5 of 16 from the field, and that was good for 31%. They were 0 of 2 on threes, 5 of 14 on twos, and 3 of 10. Boy, that's kind of the difference in the game right now. 3 of 10 at the free throw line in the first half. Foul trouble for both teams. Scott City had Kaylee Felker with 2. Also for Larned, Jaden Crosby had 2. Scott City will have a week off in between games. They will go to Colby next Tuesday, host Hugoton. That'll be the last home game of the season on Thursday, and then go to Cimarron on Friday. Larned, they step back into league play for the rest of the year as well. They have 4 more games left after tonight as they filled up their full 23-game slate. Pratt on Friday night, Friday the 13th with the Greenbacks. It's round 2. And then they have Haven and Hoisington next Tuesday and Friday. Their game with Smoky Valley in 2 weeks won't count for the regional seedings. And in fact, Larned hosts the regional championship or sub-state championship games this year. Coming into tonight on the girls' side, Holcomb 16-2, Lakin in second, 13-3, Goodland 15-4, Beloit 12-4, Southwestern Heights 14-5. Larned girls are currently sitting in the 7th spot at 13-5. Scott City right now in the number 11 spot at 6-11, have a 1/2 game lead on Norton coming into tonight. Colby is at 10-9 in the number 10 spot, and Phillipsburg at 10-6 in the number 9 spot. So really big separation between 10 and 11. Larned basketball to begin the third quarter here as we are underway here. Scott City will be in a 2-3 zone as it'll be Piper Fox back in there. Good to see. Peyton Gentry, Krista Irvin, Lily Leitner, and Kaylee Felker. Larned with Brooke Simmons. Right side, Lauren Slater. Now left side to Cassidy Walk. She'll try a 3, short. Rebound ripped away by Fox. She has her 6th rebound of the night to go along with 5 points. Also out there is Lauren Slater and Jaden Crosby. Shot up, no, underneath that rebound. Kaylee Felker, she goes up and she is fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. So Scott City has really been the aggressor as of late. That foul on Lauren Slater, her first, team foul number 1 of the quarter. So Gentry's 0 for 3 from the field. Kaylee Felker, 2 free throws. The first of 2 is good. She had 4 points last night at Hoxie, and Scott City to within 2. Hope they waved it off. It must have been a violation. So it's remained 16-13, so that one didn't count. This one does, and it's 16-14. So Kaylee Felker gets 1 out of 2 officially. 27-26 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers with the first point, so they get a trap out high, almost get the steal, and they do. Lead pass, here's Chris Irvin. Bounce pass, Peyton Gentry, layup, leaves it short, couldn't get a rebound. It's into the hands of Fox underneath. Goes up, she gets her shot blocked. 5 for it, it's Kaylee Felker with it. Scott City with ample opportunities here. They got 3 offensive boards that time. As With it, 15 to shoot. Fox holds it up top, goes right side to Peyton Gentry. 16-14, a little over a minute into the second half. Up top with it is Chris Irvin. That was a good play. Gentry stole the pass after the Lady Indian tried to knock it out and bounce off of a Scott City Beaver. 1 second. Scott City will not get the shot off as a shot clock violation. Oh, they are going to count it. Okay, 16-16. Fox with 7. 6:25 to go third quarter. Boy, that's a huge break for Scott City. And the shot up on the other end, no, that's going to go out of bounds. That was put up by Tayton Reynolds. It'll belong to the Lady Beavers, looking for their first lead of the game. They have come back from a 9-0 deficit in the first quarter to tie it at 16. 6:14 to go third quarter. You do get the full seconds, even though the shot clock says 0 before it's like the tenths of a second, really. Now give and go. Here's Piper Fox. Scott City looking for the lead. Turnaround jumper. Yes! And Piper Fox has 9, and it's 18-16 Scott City. 5:56 to go third quarter. And Lady Beavers with their first lead of the night. And now right side, turning down the 3. Brooke Simmons will drive in, goes around Fox, lays it up, scores it, and is fouled. So the lead is short-lived for Scott City. And Fox with their first foul, team foul number 1 of the quarter. That foul or shot by Simmons ties the game up at 18. 5:47 to go third quarter. Breaks a 7-0 Scott City run in the game and breaks another 3.5-minute scoring drought for Larned. That free throw rims in and out, and Fox secures the board for Scott City. She's working on a double-double. She has 8 rebounds and 9 points. Be her 4th one of the year. Fox will drive right side, an easy lead, but misses a Leitner, though, right there for the putback. And Scott City back on top, 20-18 with 5.5 to go third quarter. Scott City getting their points right around the paint. That's where their advantage is, really. And now Simmons with it, holds it up top. Here's Tayton Reynolds, drives in, kicks it right corner to Walks for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Felker does a good job of tying it up there and being strong with the basketball with Reynolds. And Larned wants a timeout. It's going to be a full. We'll take it as well. Scott City 20, Larned 18, 5:15 to go third quarter. We'll step away for a 1-minute break. This is Scott City basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
One thing about being at the benches and the scores table now on the west side, I'm closer, and you can hear a little bit when it's a little quieter that you can hear the coaches. Well, the Larned coach, Jared Smith, kind of got after his team for not rebounding. And Scott City with a 20-18 lead with 5:12 to go third quarter out of the timeout of Larned. Lady Beavers looking to expend their largest lead of the night at 2. Chris Irvin with it. She'll drive in the middle, kick it over right side to Peyton Gentry. Drives right side, and they're going to draw a blocking foul with 5:01 to go third quarter. Team foul number 2 on Scott City, or on Larned in the quarter. That's the second on Cassidy Walks. Inbound in, Kaylee Felker will get it into Piper Fox. Drives to her left, it poked away, picked up by Irvin. Her run in the paint. Off to the left, rebound tipped around. Leitner tried to save it in play, but tips it out of bounds. Good hustle, but it'll belong to the Larned Lady Indians with 4:53 to go in the third. Scott City up by 2 at 20-18. They trailed by as many as 9-0 at 12-3 early in the second quarter. They've had some mini runs tonight we haven't seen in a while. With it, here's Cammie Upson back in the game. Now it's Jaden Crosby turns down the 3, now flips it behind her to Brooke Simmons, in the paint, shot up and a travel before the shot attempt, and Larned commits turnover number 7. As limping after that play is Brooke Simmons. Back in is Valeria Castile for Chris Irvin. Larned will sub back in. Tayton Reynolds is limping off. Is going to be Brooke Simmons. with 4:39 to go in the third quarter. It's 20-18 for Scott City. They have a 2-point lead in the basketball. They've outscored Larned 7-2 in this third period so far. Castillo up top, goes left with the pass to Piper Fox, trying to get into Leitner, but ball knocked away. Good defense by Cammie Upson, retrieved by Felker, 18 to shoot. Now Gentry launches a left side three, too strong. Rebound ripped away. Nope, tie up. It'll be Larned basketball in the possession arrow. Good look from Gentry. She's just really struggled from the floor tonight at 0 of 5. It is Larned ball in the possession arrow here with 4:19 here in the third quarter. Scott City 20-18. And that's been their biggest lead. Has been 2 on a pair of occasions. 2 ties on this quarter, but now Larned throws the ball away again, and Scott City needs to start taking advantage of these Larned turnovers. Gentry to bring it across, midway mark, third quarter. Goes left to Kaylee Felker, catches it. Looking for a cutter. Will go up top to Piper Fox. Goes right side. It's Valeria Castile with it. Castile will put it on the floor with 18 to shoot. Almost gets it poked away. Now it's loose in the backcourt. It's going to be an easy steal for Lauren Slater. She'll have an uncontested layup and miss it. And the rebound, Leitner had it, and then Gentry had it, and then last touched, I think, by Scott or Larned, they'll say. It'll be Scott City basketball. Slater may have been overthinking that and just missed it that time, and Scott City collapsed on her pretty quickly from behind. 3.5 to go third quarter. Scott City with a 2-point lead in the ball, 20-18 in a low-scoring affair, and it goes to Leitner. She gets hammered as she's fouled, gets hit in the face, but she'll get 2 free throws. She has 8 points tonight for Scott City and 2 more free throws coming her way. Trying to get her first free throw of the night. She is 0 of 4 at the line. That foul on Cammie Upson, her second. Larned's third of the quarter. Scott City's been whistled for just 1. 20-18 Lady Beaver lead. Leitner 0 for 4 at the line. Scott City is just 4 of 12 tonight. And that first free throw is good, making it 21-18. 3:27 to go third quarter. Felker out as well as Peyton Gentry. Back in is Maggie Heineman and Chris Irvin. Scott City, their largest lead is at 3. Second free throw for Leitner. She swishes them both. And it's 22-18 and she doubles up Scott City's lead. And back in is Payson Campbell for Lily Leitner. So she's now 2 of 6 at the line. Scott City has hit their last 3 free throws. They're 3 of 4 in this quarter. 6 of 14 for the ball game, so that's improved. 3:20 to go third quarter. It's 22-18 Scott City. Right corner deflected, but picked up by Tatum Reynolds. She'll have to throw it out high to Cassidy Walks. Left side, they work it over to Lauren Slater. Slater to Jaden Crosby. Scott City's really been pretty good tonight in their 2-3 zone. Have been rotating pretty well. Lauren Slater back up top, head fake. Here's Crosby driving in, gets a strip, and Payson Campbell will tie it up with Cammie Upson and with turnover number 9 on the night. 3:01 here in the third. It's 22-18 Scott City. Oh, correction, it should be Scott City's ball. I think because Larned got it back last, it should be Scott City's ball. Yep, there we go. Good job of officiating there, correcting that. Inbound in, Chris Irvin. I think Coach Jared Smith is like, yeah, we'll keep the possession again for a second straight time. Kind of smile on his face. 2:50 to go third quarter. With it, here's Chris Irvin in the front court. Now bounce pass elbow right, trying to get it to Piper Fox. Throws it away, and we got a turnover and a tie-up, but it'll still be Larned basketball in the possession arrow. So the teams trade turnovers. Scott City with 8 on the night. 2:45 to work third quarter. 22-18 Scott City. Larned on another 3-minute scoring drought. They have had a bunch of 3-minute scoring droughts plus in this ball game tonight. Now right side, here's Walks. In it goes to Crosby, trying to go around Campbell. Can up top, 15 to shoot. They're working around the perimeter left side. Here's a 3 launched by Slater. Good. Lauren Slater hits the 3. She has 5 and Larned to within 1, 22-21. 2:18 to go third quarter, and that breaks a 3.5-minute drought and ends a 4-0 Scott City run. Chris Irvin loses it but picks it back up. Double team, finds Valeria Castillo, clears out. Goes left with the pass to Heineman. She'll try and answer back. 3, she swishes it home. Heineman with another 3. She has 3 threes on the year, 2 in the last 2 games, 25-21, under 2 to go third quarter. Scott City, their first triple of the night, came at a good time. Now and it goes to Crosby. Immediately double team, loses it. Turnover number 10. Scott City with a 4-point lead in the ball. Minute 45 to go third quarter. Heineman finds Chris Irvin into the front court. Goes right side to Payson Campbell. She'll launch a three. She'll be good on a three. Campbell with her three, her fourth of the year, 28-21, 136 third quarter. Larned wants time. Scott City's on a 15-5 run in this third quarter, and they lead it 28-21, 135 to go third quarter. Basketball presented here by First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker. Also, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric. Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, High Choice Feeders, Hey Mamie Farms, HRC Feed Yards, J&R Car and Truck, and J&R Trucking. After Scott City trailed 12-3 early in the second quarter, it's been a 25-9 run since then. We're at the 135 mark of the third quarter, and all of a sudden the threes lighting up. Back-to-back threes Scott City has hit, and they now lead at 28-21. 135 to go third quarter. Out of the 32nd timeout, it'll be Larned's basketball. Scott City on a 15-5 run alone in this third quarter, as they have their largest lead of the night at 7. Now go left for the pass. Cassidy walks, skips it over right side to Lauren Slater, who drained it 3 moments ago. Up top, now at the foul line. Brooke Simmons back in there. Now left side to walk. She'll try a three, and that'll be short. Rebound, though. Larned in the paint. Almost. That's going to be a foul on Payson Campbell. And that'll be her second. Team foul number 2 in the period on Scott City. Larned possession with 1:18 to go third quarter at 28-21. Scott City inbound into Brooke Simmons. Goes over left. Here's Upson. Dumps it over right side. The three for Tatum Reynolds. A short rebound. Campbell, but now it's in the hands of Kaylee Felker, our 5th board of the night. It's a good defensive stop for Scott City. Up by 7. Final minute of this third quarter. Chris Irvin will crossover dribble. Taken to the front court. Gets it poked away. Now needs help. They get the timeout before the turnover by Scott City. A 30-second timeout. Coach Justin Fro, that's just his first time out of the game with 56.1 to go third quarter. And the Lady Beavers with a 7-point lead at 28-21. Basketball presented here tonight by JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock. Also, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Pioneer Communications, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plan Jans, and Platinum H Insurance. So Scott City on that 15-5 run here in the third, and they have opened up a 28-21 lead with 56 third quarter seconds remaining. They just burned their first time out of the night. Out of the 30-second break, Felker to inbound it. Get it left corner to Peyton Gentry. Wanted a quick release on the three, but quickly guarded by Walks, and now Kaylee Felker holds it overhead, puts on the floor once, and she gets tripped up trying to get it to Gentry. Does so, shields off the Lady Indian, then Irvin has it and then hits the deck, and she is fouled. That's on Cassidy Walks, as that's her third. Team foul number 4 on Larned in the quarter with 42.5 seconds to go. Third period, a new 35 on the shot clock. Piper Fox, Valeria Castile return in. Krista Irvin, and who else? Peyton Gentry exit. Larned will sub back in Jaden Crosby for Cassidy Walks here with 42.5 to go third quarter. Scott City 28, Larned 21. Castile gets it into Piper Fox. Ball deflected and picked up by Kaylee Felker up top to Heineman. Back to Felker. 35 seconds to work third quarter. Now left side, here's Leitner, holds it. Puts on the floor a couple times out high. Needs help. Trying to get it to Fox. Look like Felker with it. She'll try to drive the left baseline. Oh, she lost real estate, and it's a turnover and a bounce pass. Turnover number 9 on Scott City. Here comes Larned. The shot clock off. Stepping back is going to be Tatum Reynolds, and now a jumper in the paint crawls off that time for Upson, and the rebound to Lily Leitner. She has her 5th board. 3 different Lady Beavers have at least 5 rebounds. 7 seconds, 6. They've dominated the glass for quite a while now. Felker, she touched the ball. Now 1 second, here's Castile. Yes! Right as the third quarter horn sounds, she has 3, and Scott City scores 17 in the third quarter. They lead at 30-21 going into the fourth quarter. As we come back in a minute for the fourth period of play, this is Beaver basketball.
The Max Yield System from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
Lewis is driven to be better.
Mix 94.5 KSK and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric.
Fourth quarter just underway here. We're at 12 seconds into it. Now here's Chris Irvin with the right wing three. Air balls it. Scott City couldn't quite get it in the hands of Jaden Crosby, but it's a 30-21 Scott City lead. Just underway fourth quarter. Scott City led by Lily Leitner with 10 and Piper Fox with 9. Jaden Crosby driving in has 6, and she's going to go to the foul line and draws the foul on Lily Leitner, her second. Scott City's first team foul of the fourth quarter, 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Leitner with the foul. Crosby 2 of 2 at the line, has 6 points tonight. Her and Lauren Slater each with 6 points. 2 free throws for the 6-foot junior. The first of 2 is on the way, too strong. Larned now 3 of 5 at the line. Scott City has a 9-point lead. Peyton Gentry, Kaylee Felker in. Maggie Heineman, Lily Leitner exit. Scott City had a 3-point deficit at the break, outscored Larned 17-5 in that third quarter. That free throw rattles home, 7th point for the 6-foot junior, 30-22, 7:30 to go. Scott City really in a good position, but you can't be complacent here in this fourth quarter. You got to put the pedal to the metal here and get a big win here. Driving in, it's Peyton Gentry, still scoreless tonight. Up top, Valeria Castile, left side to Chris Irvin. Irvin looking for a cutter. Good defense by Larned, denying Fox the ball. 18 to shoot, right side to a Gentry. Goes around the screen, drives in. Ball deflected, but picked up by Irvin. 12 to shoot, right corner to Felker, into Fox. Great position underneath, puts it up and scores. She has 11, 32-22, 7:02 to go. It was a little unorthodox, but it counts as 2 still. Now Larned pushes it back the other way. Walks out high. Turning down the 3 was Crosby. Drives in, kicks it to Walks for an open 3. Rims off for the rebound. Piper Fox for Scott City. She's working on a double-double. She has 9 rebounds to go with her 11 points. Scott City up. 6:40 to go. Left corner, Valeria Castile with it. Loses it, picks it back up. Kaylee Felker into Fox. Catches it, goes to her left. She gets fouled going up, and she hits the deck hard. Hope she's okay here with 6:35 to go. That'll be team foul number 1 on Larned in the fourth quarter. 32-22, Scott City with their largest lead of the night. First double-digit lead by either side. Fox still down, as they're going to get the foul on Lauren Slater, her second. Fox trying to shake it off. Coach Justin Fro and Coach Matt Fox there with her for the time being with 6:35 to go. Lady Beavers trying to pick up a big victory here tonight, but Fox a little shaken up here. She's up. She's going to be okay after a little talk there. I think she'll have a couple of free throws here as well. She stays in the game. She's okay. Nope. Lily Leitner, I think, is going to come in for her. Nope, maybe not. Nope. They're going to bring in a different shooter. Nope. Telling Leitner, nope. It's going to be, I think Fox has to come out for a little bit. It'll be Maggie Heineman. These will be her first free throws of the year. I think she had to, officials told her she needed to come out for a little bit, and she missed the first of 2. This is her first free throw in varsity of the year. She missed the first one. She'll get a second. 6:35 to go. She doesn't draw iron on the second. It remains 32-22. Scott City tonight at the line, 6 of 15 now. That time she tried to overcompensate after she was strong on the first one. Larned's ball down 10, 6:28 to go. with the right side. Lauren Slater up top. Tatum Reynolds into the paint. It goes here to Jaden Crosby, left corner. Now up top. Here's Tatum Reynolds, right side to Lauren Slater. 13 to shoot ball, almost stolen away, and it is ripped away from behind by Kaylee Felker. 11th Larned turnover. Scott City can add to their 10-point lead. 6:05 to go. Oh, a bullet pass by Peyton Gentry, trying to get it underneath there to Valeria Castillo. A little too much heat there. She's threw that one like she was at third base trying to get it to first in softball. Castillo exits, Leitner back in. 32-22, 6:04 to go. Inbound into Tatum Reynolds. To Lauren Slater. Slater still in the backcourt, gets around Chris Irvin, now right wing. Stepping up there, Simmons. Now the Mockner going to reach or push on Kaylee Felker. That'll be her third with 5:53 to go. And Piper Fox, is going to come back in the lineup. That was Scott City's second team foul of the quarter. That's good to see Fox back in. That'll be Maggie Heineman. A new 35 on the shot clock for Larned. 5:53 to go. 32-22. Scott City hanging on to a 10-point lead. Inbound in with it right corner. Simmons, she'll step back and launch a three. That's going to be off the left. Rebound. Fox has her another double-double. Gentry now. It's to Chris Irvin. She'll step to the left wing. Fires a three. It's off to the right. And the rebound, Gentry couldn't get it into the hands of Jaden Crosby, her fifth board of the night. 32-22, 5.5 to go right side. A catch and shoot three for Crosby's good. Boy, that looked good leaving her hand. She has 10, and it's a 7-point game. 5:24 to go. Timeout Larned. It's 32-25. They are down to one timeout left. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
27 million people in the United States have vaped. To put that into perspective, if they were their own state, they'd have the third highest population. 1.6 million of those people are teens. In 2019 alone, there were over 2,800 hospitalization cases and 68 deaths. According to the American Lung Association, the nicotine in most e-cigarettes is highly addictive and can cause damage to developing brains, affecting attention, learning, and impulse control. If you or someone you know is vaping, you stop immediately.
5:24 to go in the ball game. Lauren Slater hit that three and pulled Larned to within 7. Kaylee Felker bounced past the front court right to Peyton Gentry. Scott City can be patient. They don't need to be too patient. They have a 7-point lead. Run their offense, get a good shot. Here's Fox. Goes right side to Gentry. Almost lost it out of her hands. 15 to shoot. Now right corner to Kaylee Felker. Looking for a cutter. It's behind Irvin, but tracks it down. 10 to shoot. Needs help. Finds Felker with 8, with 7, with 6. Scott City's got to go. Here's Irvin with 4, 3, 2 seconds. Just throw it up, and she does, and she leaves it short in the rebound to Larned, and a whistle and a foul. That's on Peyton Gentry, her first. Scott City's third of the fourth quarter, and a little too much patience for Scott City on that possession. And Larned with the ball down 7 with 4:47 to go. They're a team that can score in bunches, so see what Scott City can do here. Get another good defensive stop. 4:43 to go. Left wing. It goes over to Jaden Crosby. She'll launch a three. No. Lily Leitner wrestles it away for Scott City. Her 6th board of the night. Lady Beavers up 7. 4.5 to go in this one. Boys game to follow here. Peyton Gentry, left side. Irvin turns down the three, looking to drive in, but doesn't. Now up top left to Kaylee Felker. Elbow right to Lily Leitner. Pivots, double team. Ball deflected, picked up by Scott City. Fox with it. She'll drive right on Crosby. Now needs help. Finds Chris Irvin. Irvin pivots up top to Gentry with 8 to shoot. Launches a deep three. In and out. Rebound. Leitner with the follow. Yes. Gentry couldn't get the three. Leitner with her 12th point. It's 34-25 and an injured Lady Indian with 4:04 to go. As holding her left hand is Brooke Simmons exiting. Back in is going to be Cammie Upson. So Scott City also brings out Kaylee Felker and Lily Leitner. Back in is Maggie Heineman and Payson Campbell at the midway mark of this fourth quarter. So Scott City back up by 9. 4 minutes to go, 34-25. Jaden Crosby goes left with the pass to Tatum Reynolds. Back up top to Crosby. Slater now left wing to Reynolds. Back up top to Slater. Turns down the 3. 3:48 to go. You know it's going to be a 4-out look for Larned here on out here, especially with Crosby. Dumps underneath too high, and it's going to go out of bounds and turnover number 12. Great defensive possession. Scott City really since the early onset of the game has played some really good defense here tonight with 3:40 to go, up 9, 34-25. Larned going to pick up Scott City in the 2-2-1 3/4 court. Peyton Gentry brings it across. She's been scoreless tonight, but she's done a lot of other good things, and she almost ended her scoring run. That's a quick possession, and the rebound to Cassidy Walks. Here's Larned quickly back the other way with Lauren Slater with 3:23 to go. Bounce pass up top, and now wide open is Crosby for 3. Good. So every time Scott City's had a quick possession and a missed shot, Crosby's hit 2 threes, and it's now 34-28 with 3:12 to go. Scott City in the front court with it with Piper Fox. Now to Chris Irvin. Lady Beavers need to just settle down a little bit, run some time, but get a good offensive look. 3 minutes to go, 34-28 your score. Larned's trimmed a 10-point deficit to 6. And now Gentry with it. Try and find Fox. It's going to go out of bounds. And it'll stay with Scott City with 13 to shoot as Kaylee Felker re-enters the game. Kind of think Justin Fro wants to settle the troops down and call a timeout, and he will. That's a good timeout with 2:52 to go. We'll come back in a minute. Scott City 34, Larned 28. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
When it comes to insurance, you don't want anyone setting you up with just any policy that sounds good. That's why Darren, Michelle, and Nikki at Platinum H Insurance are there for you. Platinum H Insurance carries a complete line of insurance including crop, farm, home, and auto. They write for well-respected companies such as NAU Country. To see what Platinum H Insurance can do for you, call 872-7222 or stop by their office at 321 West 5th Street in Scott City. This agency...
And the final push of harvest. Every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise. Do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
Or in person at any of our locations in Scott City, Leota, Garden City, or Syracuse. Security State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
.252 left. Scott City has 13 to shoot, up 34-28, but Larned is coming back with a 3 ball. Inbound into Peyton Gentry to Maggie Heineman up top with 10 to shoot. Pivots, goes to her left now to Payson Campbell, takes the deep 2. It bounces around and off, and the rebound to Larned. Here come the Lady Indians on the run. Good look for Campbell, but Larned back with it. And Crosby launches a right wing 3 off to left. Rebound tracked down by Tatum Reynolds that high, and then ripped away by Gentry, but then saved by Larned. And then we get a push on Scott City, their 4th team foul, the 4th quarter with 2:29 to go. The foul will be charged to Piper Fox, her 2nd. Scott City's final foul to give of the 4th quarter. Lily Leitner returns to the lineup, as does Chris Irvin. That'll be Payson Campbell and Maggie Heineman. So Scott City needs to be good defensively again here. You got to know where number 31 is. She's going to launch another 3 coming up here. You know it. Here's Walks with it, and they get it left corner, or it's going to be Reynolds for 3. Air balls it. Piper Fox rips it away for 11th rebound. Scott City with 2:15 to go, up 34-28. The good news, Lady Beavers have the lead. Also the good news, Larned has 1 foul. They need maybe start fouling here. Only 1 foul, and Scott City almost throws it away. 20 to shoot. Up top with it is Chris Irvin. Gets the ball slapped, finds Kaylee Felker. 15 to shoot, 2 minutes to go, and there's a foul. That's the 2nd on Tatum Reynolds. Just the 2nd of the period on Larned. That's a good foul by Larned, actually, right at the 2-minute mark of the 4th quarter. With them trailing by 6 and 2 minutes to go, the fouls are going to start piling up here and try to get Scott City to the line here. They'll get it into Piper Fox. She is guarded by Jay Crosby. Now puts it on the floor. They went off the Larned Lady Indian. 4 seconds off the clock with 1:56 to go. The Scott City student section starting to fill in a little bit more. They need to be here for this whole game. It's been a good one for Scott City. Up top to Chris Irvin. Uses up her dribble, needs help. Bounce pass, and it's almost thrown away, and then poked in the eye with Scott City, and they do throw it away. Turnover number 10. Here is Larned back the other way, down 6. 1:45 to go. Right corner to Lauren Slater. Entering goes Upson. Ball deflected, but right up top to Walks for 3. Short. Rebound. Piper Fox with another board. Clears out with 1:30 to go. Scott City dodges another bullet. They needed to get it across. Irvin does to avoid the 10 count. Now she's trapped out high. And we'll get a timeout for Coach Justin Fro. It's going to be a full one. We'll take one as well. 1:27 left, Scott City 34, Larned 28. Back in a minute, this is Beaver basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Norder Supply is...
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
Haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Inbound in, 25 to shoot. 1:25 to left. Chris Irvin up top. Goes left to Kaylee Felker. When does Larned start fouling here? 18 to shoot. One dribble now to Peyton Gentry. Gentry will put it on the floor a couple of times. Now skips it over to Irvin. 13 to shoot. Scott City now to 10. Here's Gentry with a minute 10 to go. 34-28. Nice cut. Irvin goes to her right. Bounce pass. Oh, behind Lily Leitner and throws it away. Scott City with back-to-back turnovers. The good news, they ran off a lot of time. The bad news, they didn't get a possession of points. But they lead by 6, a minute 4 to go. Larned has one timeout left. Scott City with 2. 34-28 your score. Right side, it goes to Lauren Slater. Left side, turn around shot is Crosby. She takes a deep 2. No. The rebound, though, to Cassidy Walks. And now up top here is Slater. Corner to Walks. 45 seconds to go. Here's a 3 launch, and it is good by Slater, and it's 34-31. Timeout Larned, their last one, and all of a sudden it's a one-possession game. We'll keep it right here with 43.3. Larned has outscored Scott City 10-4 in this fourth quarter. And with 43 seconds to go, it's 34-31. Scott City had a 32-22 lead with 7:02 to go. They had a 34-25 lead with 4:05 left, and all of a sudden, Scott City's lead has dwindled down. They're down to, Larned is out of timeout. Scott City has 2. Possession arrow, I believe, favors the Lady Beavers, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot see the possession arrow from where I sit, but team foul situation. Larned just has 2 fouls. That's big. Scott City has 4. That's big as well. So 43 seconds ago, Larned out of timeout. Scott City has 2 left, and it's 44-41 or 34-31 Scott City. But that time, Larned scoring on a second chance point opportunity to cut the deficit in half. Their last 3 field goals they made have been all from 3-point range. 2 by Jaden Crosby, and that one from Lauren Slater, who picked up her 9th point of the night. Crosby has 16 to lead Larned. And they're going to apply some full court pressure with 43.3 to go. The possession error, by the way, does favor Larned. As Felker inbounded into Chris Irvin, bounce pass back to Felker. Now to Piper Fox. She'll take it to the front court. Oh, don't do it. Pass Hill Leitner. She'll lay it up and score it. It's fouled. I said don't do it. Don't listen to me, folks. 36-31, 36.1. Leitner with 14 tonight. She has a new career high. That foul on Cammie Upson, her 3rd, 36.1, and makes it a 36-31 game. Larned out of timeouts. That is monstrous. Leitner free throw. Bounces up and bounces off, but rebound Jalen Crosby. Larned down 2 scores, pushing it. 30 seconds to go, 36-31. Lady Indians with the ball with Tate Reynolds up top. They go left with it. Here is Lauren Slater, pulls up short, rebound Peyton Gentry for Scott City with 22 seconds to go. And then she gets tied up and Scott City loses it. And that is their 13th turnover, but more importantly, time ran off the clock. 19.9 to go. Larned will inbound underneath their own basket, down 5, 36-31. Inbound up top. Here's Crosby, right side, walks a launch, a deep 3, air balls it out of bounds. They let her save it into play, and now here's Slater for 3. Short rebound, Irvin with 8 seconds. And she gets held as she hits the deck. Just a hard foul, nothing malicious, but 7.3 to go. Crosby's third foul. Final foul to give for Larned with 7.3 to go, but Scott City withstood it. Good job by Irvin standing in there, and Coach Justin Fro will use one of his final 2 timeouts left with 7.3 to go. Lady Beavers 36, Larned 31. If the Scott City can hang on here, it's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. If the Lady Beavers can hang on, this would be by and large their biggest win of the year. This is a 13-5 Larned team that last week rolled into Heston, a juggernaut in Class 3A, a team that's been to the state tournament last couple years. Yeah, they lost a lot of stars on that Heston team, but Larned won on a bank shot 3 at the buzzer to beat the Heston Swathers last week 50-47. This will give Scott City win number 7 of the year, and really potentially could cement themselves a little bit more into that number 11 seed in the Larned sub-state. But Scott City needs to close out this 7.6. They're down to 1 timeout left. Larned has really no choice but to foul here. As Felker to inbound it in. We'll get it in, and a foul there on Tate Reynolds. That runs off a second off the clock. 6.2 to go. Foul and Reynolds are third. That'll put Scott City at the free throw line. Irvin, 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Scott City in the fourth quarter is 0 for 3. They're now 6 of 16 of the ball game. 1 free throw will make it still a big 2-possession game. And it's too strong on the heel for Irvin. Even if she hits this one, it's a lot for Larned to overcome here with 6.2 to go with them out of timeouts. Irvin second. Misses it wide. Didn't draw iron, but the rebound to Larned. The time is going to run out on him. 2 seconds. Just let her shoot it. Doesn't matter. 3 is up, and that is no good, and that's it. Scott City picks up a big win tonight. The Lady Beavers winning over Larned 36-31. Scott City 7-11 on the year. Larned falls to 13-6. And the Beavers can rest up a week and get ready for Bird Week next week with Colby Huguenin and Cimarron. Post-game coverage should begin in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation.
What's your emergency? This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
Manager Bailey Welker. Bailey is the daughter of James and Terry Welker. She also serves as baseball manager. Next year, Bailey plans to attend Fort Hays County North Central to pursue pharmacy tech. Tatum Brown. Tatum is the daughter of Marky Burhu. Tatum also competed on the track team. Next year she plans to attend Barton or Garden City Community College. Daniel Jimenez Kansas to major in elementary education. Brody Spear. Brody is the daughter of Megan Spear and Adam Dearden. Throughout high school, Brody has also been involved in volleyball, track, golf, and plans for next year are undecided at this time. We want to wish these senior wrestlers and managers and their teammates good luck as they head to Augusta to compete in the 4A Girls Regional Wrestling Tournament this Friday and Saturday. Good luck, ladies, and go Beavers!
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateyoumedspa.com.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
For the new career high 14 points, 11 for Piper Fox. She would have 11 points and 12 rebounds unofficially. That was 25 of Scott City's 36. Maggie Heineman drained a three. Payson Campbell drained a three. Valeria Castillo drained a three as well. She had 3 points. She had a 2-point basket and a free throw. But Kaylee Felker had a free throw as well tonight for Scott City. Despite the poor shooting from the free throw line, the Lady Beavers are just 6 of 18. But they did a lot of good things here tonight. This should give them a lot of momentum into a week off here as they win it here tonight, 36-31. Let's see if we get some scores trickling in across the league here. Hugoton girls over Ulysses 50-31. Holcomb girls beat Cimarron 68-19. We'll see between Colby and Goodland here. I'll try to get a score there real quickly if I can between Colby and Goodland. Let's see here. Last check at halftime was 26-25 Colby. So they've actually eclipsed their point totals from the first time they met. Here is 36-31 Scott City. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll begin our boys' pregame interview with head coach Brian Gentry. Back in a minute. This is Beaver Basketball.
We understand that change can be hard.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
Fro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Fro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
All right, we're going to pivot here. We're going to have the girls recap here real quickly with head coach Justin Fro. Lady Beavers with a monstrous win tonight here over a very good Larned team, 36-31. Coach, congratulations here. What a win for your team. And it did look pretty early on. They hit everything and led 9-0 before you guys got on the board. 1 field goal in the first quarter, but you slowly inch away and close the gap. And then the third quarter, you erupted and hung on in the end with your defense. What was probably the best part of tonight?
Well, I think I'd much rather change the slow start in the third quarter for the slow start in the first quarter like we did tonight. So that was nice to see. But I think, one, they came out pretty quick, and they hit a couple shots early. And I don't think that it really got us down or anything. We just didn't move the ball very well offensively to start, and we were pretty dead set on going to one side of the floor, and we weren't working the ball from side to side very well. So, and you know, it was a physical game, and I thought that we didn't back down at all, and we played through the contact for the entire night. And you know, we got a little beat up, but at the end of the day, you know, we got back up, and that's what I was most proud of. And I thought that, you know, it was a big win for us, but you know, we were confident, and we felt like we could do it coming into the game from the tip. And like I told the girls, I said that's the most frustrating part about this year is that, like, you are very capable and you have shown it from time to time, and tonight was a good glimpse of what you could be if you continue to play together and continue to take care of the ball and just work hard for the entire game. So super proud of them, and I thought that it was a great team win tonight.
Physicality was definitely there for you guys. You guys were getting angry, fighting for the rebound, and I thought also as well, this is probably your best defensive effort of the night.
Yeah,
of the year.
I thought so too. I thought that we did a good job of, you know, I think their best players still got plenty of shots up, but I thought that we were in good range and contesting most of those shots and not giving them a lot of wide open looks that allowed for them to kind of fuel their scoring. So that was good, and we knew that, you know, if we were going to sit in zone, that they're gonna hit some shots. That's just the nature of it. But it has to be the mindset of, you know, that's okay. That's what's going to happen, and we just have to be able to respond to it. I thought that we responded for the most part and didn't have any really, you know, ungodly droughts where it really hindered us in terms of where we would come down and turn the ball over, and then we wouldn't get any good shots up. You know, I think, you know, on the scoring droughts, we still were working the ball on offense, and we were getting good looks on offense. We just weren't being able to put it in the hole. So, you know, the defense was great, and I told them from the get-go is that you're going to win this game on the defensive side, so we're going to have to be able to lock in, and they can't have any mental lapses. And I thought that, you know, for the most part, we didn't leave players wide open because we were having, you know, mental breakdowns. So maybe one or two, but overall pretty good for the whole night.
It was a night also where, you know, Peyton just couldn't get things going. She did a lot of other things moving around there and really getting the attention from Larned, but it was a night where Piper Fox and Lily Leitner really shined. Even with the size that Larned had, they really shined tonight underneath.
Yeah, I thought it was great to see the confidence back in Lily, and, you know, she took a beating down low too. Piper took a beating. Like, we all took a beating, but they got back up and they continued to go attack. They weren't going to be fearless down there, and then they were going to be able to, you know, no matter the height or size they're going against, they were going to continue to go to the basket strong and either make the shot, get fouled, or get the rebound. So that was awesome to see. And, you know, with Peyton, you're going to have nights where you're not going to score the ball. And I kind of told her on the bench, it's like, you look like you're dead out there. Are you sick? And she's like, no, I'm just frustrated. And I was like, that happens. And you have to understand, though, like, when you are still attacking the basket and being very aggressive, getting to the paint, that it's actually helping our team a lot more than you think, even if you're not scoring the ball. So I thought that she still did a great job of getting downhill and just creating and opening up our players to cut and get open, especially down low, because whenever she attacks, she draws at least one, you know, most of the time two defenders, and that opened up our bigs down low to cut. or even get putbacks on the backside. So that was huge on that part from her. So it's still proud of her, and she wasn't contributing with the points that much this game, but that's okay because she did it in a lot of other ways.
You guys are going to have to go find a stock tank, I think, tomorrow and get the whole team into the ice bath tomorrow. At least, nice thing is you guys get a week off and a much-needed week off.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what we're going to do here. We have 3 days of practice in a row here that we don't know what we're going to do with ourselves. So, yeah, first thing is just making sure we can get healthy. 2, just making sure that we're not going to have any step backs. We have to continue to stay where we're at and continue to get better because we got 1 week and then it's playoff time. So we got to make sure we're ready to go in at tip-top shape for sub-state.
All right. Well, Coach, congratulations. Enjoy this one. We'll talk to you coming up here later on.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
All right. Once again, comments from Coach Justin Fro. Lady Beavers with a big win, 36-31. We'll come back in 30 seconds with the interview with head coach Brian Gentry. Back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver basketball.
Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Goodyear with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with events in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. You guys were able to take care of business early on in a big rout, 64-28 over Hoxie on Monday night last night, in a game where you guys took control early on and really never looked back, and it was good to kind of get a win like that just to get going and get all your players rested up for tonight.
Yeah, anytime you can take control over a game, early like we were able to, you get a lot of guys in there. It does, a number of things for you as far as being able to rest and recover for day number 2 coming up tonight.
It was good to get kind of Avery once again going again here along with Junior to get that started. It felt like it opened some things up, especially for Mickey inside and whoever was attacking the basket.
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of guys really move without the ball well. We spaced the floor, pretty well given the size of it anyway. We still need to be better off, with our screens and things like that and reading our cutters. But, those guys started to get hot and knock down shots, and it spaced that zone out so much that then they ended up going to man, and we could kind of run our regular stuff. But pleased with all the guys that got in there. I thought a lot of them stepped up and really got a little bit more comfortable, playing in the varsity game.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight as Scott City gets the Larned Indians, a team that's right around 6, I believe, wins on the year, and they had a tough one on Friday night against Tustin, one of the top teams in the state. But Larned, a team with, I think, a few of the players coming back from last year's squad, and a team that can pose some challenges athletically.
Yeah, I know they got some athletes on their team, and last year was kind of a weird, game for us. We just took the varsities down there, and we were able to jump on them pretty quick with our press. So we'll have to see if they can handle that any better than they did last year, because we're going to, go out and look to, really get up and down and push the tempo and see if they're ready to win with us.
All right, yeah, this is Monday, Tuesday. Not a lot of time to think about maybe last night and think about Skynia tonight. Just kind of go out and play ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into it completely blind, but I'll be ready. Our guys will be ready. But again, yeah, it is more of a game that we need to focus on what we do and get better at how we do it.
Last night you had the affordability to play a lot of players, and some of those kids you don't coach as much during the year. A lot of the JV kids that got in significant minutes, and I thought that was kind of a big moment for kind of the players and also yourself to kind of be able to coach them, and they can kind of work on it and get that varsity type experience.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys that really do compete. We've kind of spoken about it throughout the season that our practices are really competitive. So those guys that don't get in a lot or never get in maybe, they're still fairly close to kind of getting in that rotation. I mean, each and every day, whether it be defensively, we always know that Mike's going to get up and really guard people. Aaron's got the ability to get downhill and create, and he can run pretty much all the spots that we have. Chase is a playmaker. chased and, he has a nice shot. He just, he hasn't shot the ball very well. And, but he's a physical kid. He's scrappy. And just on down the list, it was nice to see Brendan get in there and finally get an offensive rebound and go right back up with it to get, his 2 points there. A lot of guys that are capable. And, of course, you get Reed that has to go to the hospital midway through the game, so we'll see where he's at today. But a lot of guys that, they've got the ability to play for us. And those little moments, in games like last night, give them a little bit more confidence, and probably me as well, to throw them in there, not having to be up by so much.
Once again, Coach Brian Gentry tonight as Scott City takes on Larned Indians here. Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farmville Financial Services. Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. I'll break down the matchup. Also bring the starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
And home and business
All right,
insurance.
let's go 2 minutes, please.
Insurance
2
agent
minutes.
for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
Apide Giftologist located on Main Street in downtown Scott City.
And we welcome you back here inside the Scott Community Events Center. We talk boys basketball this time. Scott City and Larned, the first time in 15 years that the Indians boys come to Scott City to play. The last was in 2011, and the Beavers won that one 66-29. The Scott City boys have won 7 consecutive games in this series, dating back to 2008. They lead the series against the Indians at least 29-7 margin. But tonight the Beavers will be without, of course, Brody Steckline for another game. I believe it's the 3rd straight game for him out. Yep, it is. And also out tonight will be Reed Felker. Felker took a shot in that game last night in the lip, had to get about 5 stitches on his lip. We saw him leaving, I think it was maybe 3rd quarter where his lip was bleeding there, but so he had to go to the hospital, get stitched up, and he's out of lineup tonight. So no Felker or Steckline. So all of a sudden the post position's getting a little thin for Scott City. You get Mickey Gossman, though, who's had really good back-to-back games for him starting in that position. And then you also have it back up there, Brendan Cook. And so we'll see how that goes here tonight against a pretty tall team from Larned. We'll kind of get to that here in a little bit. But Scott City trying to patchwork together back-to-back wins here tonight, or for the week here, and then they will have time off here, of course, before next Tuesday night going to Colby here. But the Beavers this year, of course, led by Junior Mesa, 14 points a game. Avery Radke's really come up big. Another double-digit game for him on Tuesday or last night after 16 points to lead Scott City's averaging 12 a game. Beavers averaging 55 points a game. On the other side, Larned, they're 6-12. They're 1-3 in Central Kansas League play. They are coming in, have lost 4 straight. TNP, Marion, St. John, Hillsboro, and a very good Heston team who's ranked number 2 in Class 3A. Lost to them 56-22. In that game, they were down 28-14 at halftime, but a 23-4 run in the third quarter pushed Heston past Larned there on Friday night last week. But it'll be be an interesting performance. They get like Kyler Green, a 6'7 junior. He averages 14 points and 7 rebounds a game. He's their top scorer, and he's a big, wide frame underneath there for the Larned Indians. They have some pretty quick guards. Tristan Reagan, a 6'4 senior, so they are pretty good sized. They also then go to 5'11 and 5'9 in their starting lineup. And so we'll see how it transpires. Larned, a team that averages 44 points a game. Their wins against Kinsley, Kingman, Ellsworth, Nickerson, Inman, and Southwestern Heights. They beat the Mustangs by 2 a couple of weeks ago. So we're moments away from getting started here tonight, here between Scott City and Larned. The Beavers once again a week off with a trip to Colby next week. Colby hosts Goodland tonight. By the way, sub-state standings coming in tonight. Scott City is tied with Hoisington at 9-8 for the number 4 spot, but of course Hoisington, if they do tie with Scott City, which I don't know if they will or not, Hoisington would have the tiebreaker after the win on game 1 right here. But Larned is currently sitting in the number 13 spot at 6-12. So you look at 9-7. Scott City or Lakin is 9-7. Then Hoisington, Scott City 9-8. Southwestern Heights 10-9. Russell 9-9. Phillipsburg 8-8. Colby and Goodland 9-10. And then all of a sudden to number 12 is 8-10. There's a lot that's to be decided between number 3 and number 12 in particular. As we get to your starting lineups here presented by Security State Bank. For the Larned Indians, Luke Steinlage in his 5th season, assisted by Antoine Tops and Alan Perez. It'll be Luke Crable, a 5'10 senior. Also in the starting lineup, it'll be Tristan Reagan, a 6'4 senior. Anthony Gonzalez, a 5'11 junior. He averages around 4.6 points a game. And then also Andres Martinez, a 5'9 junior, averages 5 a game. And then 6'7 junior Kyler Green, he averages 14 points and 7 rebounds. Luke Crable, Tristan Reagan, Anthony Gonzalez, Andres Martinez, and Kyler Green. All right, so the starting lineups, once again presented by Security State Bank. They got to do the spirit line. You have to stay on your half of the court, so they were telling the student section you need to stay on your side of the court there. So here we go. Starting lineups for Scott City. Brian Gentry in his 10th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kide. It'll be Avery Radke. He is a 6-foot senior, 12.4 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Drew Metzger, the 6-foot junior, 4.5 points, 3.6 rebounds a game. Also, Cooper Irvin, a 5'9 sophomore, 5 points, 2.8 assists per contest. Junior Mesa, the 6-foot junior, 14.3 points and 3.3 rebounds. And Mickey Gossman, who's had back-to-back double-figure nights, the 6'4 junior, 6.3 points and 3.8 rebounds a game. Brody Steckline, Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, and Junior Mesa. There we go. No, Brody Steckline, but Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mesa, and Mickey Gossman. Your starting 5 tonight for the Scott City Beavers. As we will move forward here to your keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trouts. The video board just is fantastic here. This was put up a couple weeks ago. He's used last week against Ulysses for the first time and used once again. Keys to the game here tonight, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight for the Beavers here. The first key for Scott City, continue that fire and momentum and win it with defense. Push the post player out a little bit out of his zone there. Don't let him get set up at the block early on here. Those are your keys to the game. And Scott City and Larned set to do battle here. The Beavers tonight will wear the home white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. For Larned, they'll wear those road black uniforms with the orange numbers and letters and white trim. It'll be Mickey Gossman, Tristan Reagan, both 6'4", tipping in the center. Caleb Bierman, the lead official, Gary McGinnis, and Michael Barfield, the other 2 officials as well. As it's going to be tipped out of bounds. I believe it's going to belong to Scott City. Nope, they'll say Larned. They'll say Scott City touched it. So, 7:57, just 3 seconds off the clock, and here we go. Actually, I was right the first time. Scott City will get the basketball. That's right. They move from left to right here in the first half. Junior Mesa with it. Goes over right to Cooper Irvin. Gossman goes left. A screen from Mesa in the left corner for 3. Yes. Mesa with the 3. 3-0 Scott City. 20 seconds into the ball game. And the Beavers apply some pressure in the backcourt here. Larned almost lost it, but now Craybill will take it across the 10-second line, guarded by Drew Metzger. Up top now to Andres Martinez, guarded by Radke, and now left to Anthony Gonzalez. Irvin has that assignment. Scott City needs to switch off now. And the interfeed to Gonzalez. Ball knocked loose. It'll stay. Larned didn't need basketball with 15 to shoot. 7:18 to go in the opening period. 3-0 Scott City. Martinez, a 5'9 junior, front of the students section out high to Tristan Reagan. Now Martinez drives, or Gonzalez that is, throws it away right to Junior Mesa. Early turnover on Larned. Mesa to bring it across left to right, left wing to Avery Radke. First minute of the ball game, 3-0 Scott City. The Indians in a 2-3 zone. The ball deflected, but picked up by Mesa in the backcourt. And Scott City will have it right side to Cooper Irvin. Irvin back up top to Mesa. Goes left to Avery Radke now to Mickey Gossman, left elbow. He'll take the jumper, makes it wide right. It's loose underneath and picked up by Kyler Green. 3-0 Scott City, 6:45 to work first period. Larned in the front court. Reagan goes right side. Launching a 3 for the tie. Too strong was Martinez, and the rebound to Junior Mesa. He's really starting to pick up some rebounds as of late. He'll bring it across. Goes to the left corner. Here's Metzger for a 3. No. Mickey Gossman with the rebound and gets the stuff by Kyler Green going up, and he gets the board. Scott City now 1 of 4 from the floor, but leading 3-0. 6:20 to go first quarter. In the front court with it is Andres Martinez up top. Reagan will drive right lane line, pivots over Metzger, short. Rebound, Metzger bodies it up for Scott City. Still 3-0. We're 2 minutes in. Radke steps up. He travels before he launches a 3, and that'll be the first turnover. Beavers had 8 turnovers last night against Hoxie, and their 64-28 rout of the Indians. 6:05 to work here in the opening period. First time Larned's ever been in this building. They'll dip to, and it's still loose, but picked up by the Indians. Oh, almost tie up at half court, but Green controls it. And now goes to Andres Martinez. Right baseline, shot too strong that time for Tristan Reagan, and Drew Metzger picks up rebound number 2. Scott City up 3-0, 5:50 work. Transition, Gossman lays it in. Good job by Scott City getting down the court. 5-0. Larned wants time quickly. With 5:45 to go first quarter, they lead it 5-0. A 30-second timeout for the Larned Indians. Basketball presented here tonight by Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed Protect Spraying Service, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, Iron Insurance Partners, Roto Mix, Scott City Ice Center, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist. The Beavers out to a 5-0 lead. They're in the first quarter, 5:45 to go. As Scott City beat Larned down the floor and got the easy basket. .545 here is will be Larned basketball at the timeout. Scott City will pick him up in the full court. And we're back to action. Beavers do not guard the inbound. They'll get it in quickly to Tristan Reagan. Now back. Scott City backs off a little bit, but forces and now steal. Here's Radke. Goes up, can't get it, but he'll get 2 free throws. A foul will be on Andres Martinez, that is. His first team foul number 1. So second Larned turnover in the foul, and Radke with 2 free throws coming up. So they were applying a little token pressure, but then Radke just stole it right out of the hands on the crossover attempt by Martinez. Radke's first free throw is good. He had 16 last night to lead Scott City, and the Beavers are up 6-0 with 5:38 to go first quarter. Radke coming in the week, 85% at the line. And that one sneaks in. 7-0. Larned has struggled on the road this year, just 1-7. And they'll just get it in to avoid the 5 count. They lob it into Green, this big 6'7" kid, and he got away with the travel. Left side to Gonzalez. 5.5 to go first quarter, a 7-0 Scott City lead. Gonzalez with it. He'll drive in, kick it left corner. Turning down the three is Crable. Drives in, dishes it left block, backing his way in, pivoting, and now losing it out of bounds. Oh, they'll say last touch by Scott City with 15 to shoot as they try to get it to Kyler Green. Larned Indians substitution. It's Grady Pinkston, the 5'10 senior. He'll replace Luke Crable. It's a team with 3 seniors that play quite a bit. 15 to shoot. Indians to inbound it up top, but right to Cooper Irvin. Third straight Larned turnover. Irvin will take it all the way. Pump fakes, pivots, puts it up. Yes, it sneaks in. He has his first basket, 9-0 Beavers. 5:08 to go first quarter. It took its time going to the hole, but it finally dropped home. Martinez with it in the backcourt, guarded by Irvin. 27 to shoot. They just get it across, and the travel, the defense by Scott City paying dividends with 4:58. Turnover number 4 on Larned. Oh, Scott City student section is good in force tonight. Inbound in the backcourt to Junior Mesa. But, of course, on my high horse will say, got to stop the "you can't do that" chant. Try something creative here. 4:48 to go first quarter. Skip it right side to Mesa. Pump fakes on the three. Drives the right baseline. Backs his way in. Dishes it back up top to Cooper Irvin. 15 to shoot. Trying to dissect this 2-3 zone left wing to Radke. He'll fire up a three. He'll be no good on the three. Rebound, Drew Metzger. Pump fakes goes up. No. Tip up, no. Ripped around, and who's got it? It'll be Larned. And that's going to be, oh, no, not travel. But Larned with the basketball. 9-0, 4:18 to go first quarter. Right corner to Tristan Reagan. Throws it, somehow gets it into Green, puts it up, and Larned is on the board, 9-2 with 4:07 to go first quarter. That was a discombobulated possession that Larned ends up getting points on. 9-2, just past the midway mark of the first quarter. Got a whistle. Timeout away from our official stops play. Larned Indian has to tie his shoe at the block as Grady Pinkston. Official stops play for the time being to let him to tie his shoe. And so the tire changes over. We're back to action. 3:55 to go first quarter. Left corner to Drew Metzger. Lobs it into Mickey Gossman. His shot is up. Might have been partially blocked from behind, but tipped out to Radke. Scott City already with 5 offensive boards here in this first quarter. 3:40 to work first quarter. Scott City leading this one 9-2. Right side Mesa. Catch and shoot three is good. He has 2 threes and 6. It's 12-2. 3:33 to go first quarter. Beavers for the second three, and Radke knocks the pass out of bounds. With 3:29 to go opening period. The Beavers will sub in 2. Here to be Brendan Cook and Caston Wren, a couple of seniors. And also in will be Ethan Fro. So a trio of Beavers checking in. That'll be Drew Metzger, Mickey Gossman, and Cooper Irvin. Scott City with a 12-2 advantage. Larned their first second sub of the night. Javon Top, a 6'3 freshman in for Kyler Green. 12-2 Beavers. 3:29 to go first quarter. Larned trying to inbound it in, and they almost throw it away. They keep it there, Reagan, and now been still in the backcourt with it is Anthony Gonzalez. Time trying to wind down on the 10-second, and they just get it in. Ball deflected, but touched by Brendan Cook. Good defense. Larned got it across with maybe 9.5 seconds or half a second left in the shot clock. Or in the 10-second count to get it across. 3:15 first quarter, 20 to shoot for the Indians, down 12-2 to Scott City. The Beavers starting off pretty good shooting here as Top's backdoor cut thrown away, and Larned with turnover number 5. Scott City's already 4 of 11. As we approach the 3-minute mark of this opening stanza, Mason in the front court for Scott City, up 12-2 is Scott City. Larned is 1 of 4 shooting. Yeah, 1 of 5 was right the first time, but they have 5 turnovers. Lob underneath the Cook. Alley hoop. Oh, he missed it short underneath. Give it a try. Rebound goes to Larned as Tops grabs it. 2:45 to work first quarter. Tops with it up top, guarded by Radke. Loses a dribble, and it's a 6 Larned Indian turnover. Radke takes it right sideline. 2.5 to go first quarter. Up top to Ethan Fro. Catch and shoot three is in and out. Rebound tracked down. I think that's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Larned. And it'll remain Scott City basketball. The Indians will bring back in Luke Crable and Kyler Green. Out will be Tristan Reagan and also Anthony Gonzalez. A new 35 on the shot clock for Scott City with a 12-2 lead. 2:29 to work first quarter. Up top with it is Junior Mesa. Mesa, he'll just pull up at the foul line and bury it. He has 8. 14-2, 2:21 to go first quarter. Scott City really doing a good job of breaking down Larned's 2-3 zone. And Cook with the steal. 7th Larned turnover. Now up top to Ethan Fro. Mesa turns down the 3, right corner. Radke for 3. Too strong. Rebound. Cook with the follow-up. He scores it. It's 16-2. Larned wants a full timeout. With 2:01 to go first quarter, the Beavers up 16-2. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
2:01 to go first quarter. It's 16-2 Scott City. And Larned has already burned a couple of timeouts here in the first 6 minutes of the competition. They get it in to avoid the 5 count. Almost stolen away, and it is. Caston Wren with it as Larned with an 8th turnover. That was poked away by Cook, and Mesa. No good on the 3. The rebound into the hands of Kyler Green. Down the floor to go, and then intercepted by Wren. It's fumbled, picked up by Fro. He's in and out, and he cannot re-enter. That's a good call by the official. Once you touch it and you go out of bounds, you can't be the first to touch it and you go back in. But Larned will save possession here with 26 to shoot and 1:45 to go first quarter. Colby girls just knocked off Goodland 47-42, so the girls' GWAC race is now up for grabs here. Here's a steal. It's Radke driving in, and that's going to be block and one. Radke with 5, 18-2. Already 10 turnovers on Larned in the first quarter with 1:31 to go. Team foul number 2 on Larned. They'll get the foul to Grady Pinkston at first. Radke already hit a couple of free throws here. As we got a free throw coming up here. 91 seconds to go first quarter. Free throw is good for Radke, and it's 19-2. Scott City with a 9-0 run and 10-0 run sandwiched in between Larned basket. So Cooper Irvin back in. Also Metzger back in for Scott City. Up 19-2, 91 seconds to go first quarter, and almost stolen away as a couple seconds come off the clock. And that ball deflected out again. One more second comes off the clock. An official timeout. Okay, they do reset the shot clock. It's a turnover to Scott City. Did not see that here with 1:28 to go first quarter. So Scott City forces 11th turnover on Larned, and then Scott City they will turn it over. It's just the second turnover on the Beavers. With 1:21 to go first quarter, 19-2 Scott City leading Larned here. As it'll be Javin Tops to inbound it in for the Indians, and inbound it into the backcourt to Andres Martinez. Martinez back to Tops. Tops double team, ball deflected, and good defense by Wren. Got his hands up in the passing lane. 28 to shoot for Larned. They burned off about 7 seconds in the backcourt. They have had issues with Scott City's pressure here in this first quarter. Wren guards the inbounds. They do lob it into Kyler Green, who flips it back to Andres Martinez, who will take it across the 10-second line in 4 seconds. And he almost pushed off on Irvin there. Now right sided to go. Here is Crable, drives in, and he lays it up too strong. Rebound, but tipped in the hands of Larned. They'll save the possession. 55 seconds to go first quarter, 28 to shoot. 19-2 your score. Now they'll drive in, kick it over left. That's Grady Pinkston. Back up top, it'll go to Anthony Gonzalez. Gonzalez guarded by Metzger. 17 to shoot, jump stop, goes right side. A low pass, but reeled in by Martinez. Looks to go high-low, but swatted out of there by Cook, but right back to Martinez, who misses the three, and Ethan Fro picks up the rebound and a foul. Good play that time by Fro. The foul charge to Kyler Green, the 6'7 junior, his first. Team foul number 3, junior Mesa Avery Radke returning the lineup. Shot clock is off with 32 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City 19 and Larned 2. Fro and Cook check out. Well, Cook has had a good first quarter defensively for the Beavers. Irvin bringing it across the 10-second line. 24 seconds to go first quarter. Up top to Caston Wren. Puts on the floor a couple times. Goes around the perimeter right side up top to Metzger. Now up top. Here's Irvin. Hands it off to Junior Mesa. 15 to work. Looking to drive in. Jump stop. Splits the defenders. Gets a shot blocked from behind, but right to Avery Radke. Radke pump fake. Splits the defenders. Leaves it strong. And rebound Kyler Green might have been deflected from behind. With 4 seconds, 3, and the layup on the other end is good for Grady Pinkston, 19-4, and that's how your first quarter comes to an end. But Scott City with a good first quarter offensively, forcing 11 Larned turnovers, 19-4 after 1. Back in a minute for the second period to play. This is Beaver basketball.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
Business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
I am here with Lindley and Odessa to find out
Bring
about
it back right now. Bring it back. All right, second quarter set to begin. The Beavers with a 19-2 lead here as they lead the Larned Indians. Larned basketball. Scott City 7 of 17 after the first quarter, and Larned with turnover number 12. Metzger now to Avery Radke, lays it up, blocked on the left side. We got a pushing foul. That'll be on Scott City. It'll be their first foul of the night. Comes with 7:45 to go first half. The foul will be charged to Cooper Irvin as first. So it took Scott City 8 minutes and 15 seconds to foul. Larned was just 2 of 7, but they had 11 first quarter turnovers, and now 12 in the ball game. Scott City with 8 steals and 2 turnovers. They have 1 foul now. Larned breaks the press. Looking to drive in is Crabiel. The right elbow, back up top. It'll go now to Anthony Gonzalez. He'll drive in right side on Metzger, and Metzger fouls him, and that'll be 2 free throws, I believe. Drew Metzger picks up foul number 1, and already Scott City 31 seconds into the fourth quarter with 2 fouls. Anthony Gonzalez to the free throw line, who averages 4 points a game. 4.6 to be exact. 2 free throws for the 5'11 junior. First to 2 is up, and that's good. And now Larned with 3 in a row, 19-5. 7:29, first trip to the line tonight as well for Larned. Scott City 3-3 all from Avery Radke. Mesa had 8, 5 for Radke in that first quarter. Second free throw, too strong, and Radke picks up her 3rd rebound of the night. Scott City also owning the glass 10-7 here. Early seconds of the second quarter, 19-5 for Larned. They've got the last 3 points of the ball game as they switch up their defense. Now whistling a reach-in foul. Larned's first team foul of the second quarter. That'll be charged to Anthony Gonzalez as first. Larned only had 3 fouls that first quarter as well. That's their 4th of the ball game. New 35 on the shot clock. Inbound into Drew Metzger. Metzger with it. Now right corner to Junior Mesa. Up top to Irvin. Makes a cut. And now right elbow, or out extended, is trying to get underneath was Mickey Gossman, and Scott City with their third turnover. 6:57 to go, second quarter. 19-5 lead for the Beaver boys here over the Larned Indians. Backdoor cut, deflected, and Gossman of the steal. Good defense by Mesa. Got his hands up, forced the turnover. Now to Cooper Irvin in the front court, left side to Mesa. A catch-and-shoot three on the way. Short. Rebound into the hands of Kyler Green, who already has 5 rebounds in this first half. Scott City kind of in a scoring lull here. They haven't had a field goal in about 4 minutes. 3.5 minutes to be exact, but they lead 19-5, 6.5 to go second quarter. They haven't scored in the last 3 minutes either here. Up top with it is Tristan Reagan. Goes to his right, spin move at the right elbow. Bump fakes a couple times, now right corner. Crable now back up top. It'll go to Reagan. Reagan drives in strong, lays it up, or tried to lay it up, it looked like. I think they may call it a foul on the floor. Already 3 team fouls on Scott City in the second quarter with 6:14 to go. They call that on Radke. It's a foul on the floor. So Scott City, after no fouls in the first 8:15 of the ball game, they have 3 fouls here in the last 90 seconds. Aiden Tarango in, Drew Metzger exits. Scott City up 19-5 with 6:14 to go first half. Larned inbounds, avoid the 5 count. It's a jump ball, but picked up by Anthony Gonzalez over Mesa. He slipped momentarily, and now flips it to his left to Pinkston. Up top now to Reagan. Reagan loses the handle. Now he hits the deck and throws it right to Aiden Tarango with turnover number 14. Tarango leads the charge. He'll drive in, pump fakes, kick it over right side to Radke. Up top left to Mesa. Now to Cooper Irvin out high as Larned has switched up their defense to a man-to-man. So the zone defense, Scott City just dissected it like a hot knife through butter, and forcing Larned to switch their defense up. Irvin will just fire up a 3, clanks off the rebound, and that'll be Kyler Green getting the rebound, but the push on Mickey Gossman is first, team foul number 4. Scott City right now in a scoring funk here with 5:40 to go first half. They're 0 for 3 in the second quarter and lead at 19-5. They've been scoreless here through the last 4 minutes of this ball game. Have not had a field goal in the last almost 4.5 minutes. With it is Tristan Reagan now up top, losing it, has time to pick it up. Just Luke Crable, guarded by Aiden Tarango. 5:25 to go first half. Crable trying to distance himself. Nice backdoor cut, and the reverse layup somehow sneaks in. A tough shot for Gonzalez. Or correction, that was Pinkston. He has 4. 19-7, 5:14 to go first half. So now Larned in the last 5 of the ball game. Scott City still scoreless in the second quarter. Mesa looking to penetrate. Flips it back to Irvin up top to Tarango with 5 to go first half, and it goes to Mickey Gossman. So Larned has settled down after Scott City had the route on at 19-2. It's now 19-7, 14 to shoot. Tarango turns down the 3, and we're down to 10 to shoot. Right side here is Scott City with it up top. Irvin with 6, looking to drive in, gets a screen, drives in, pump fake, leans, puts up a tough shot over Green. No rebound. Aiden Tarango puts it up and scores it. As that time Green tried to swat it. Tarango's first basket, 21-7, 4:35 to go first half, and a much-needed basket for Scott City to end their long drought. Driving in, laying it up, and no good, and a foul. As hitting the deck hard was Anthony Gonzalez. Scott City went on a 5-minute scoring drought and about a 5.5-minute field goal drought. That foul on Aiden Tarango's first. Already 5 team fouls on Scott City in this period. 2 free throws coming up for Anthony Gonzalez, who is 1 out of 2 from the line. And looks like some perspiration on the floor. Michaela Bierman directs Aiden Tarango to get a towel. They're going to wipe it off right in front of Mickey Gossman. 2 free throws coming up here for Pinkston. 1 out of 2 all in this quarter. Free throw is too strong. And we have subs. Brendan Cook for Scott City. So far, Javen Tops and Landis Hagerman in for the first time. He is a 5'10 junior, had 2 points against Heston on Friday night. 21-7, 4:26 to go first quarter. After Scott City had a point outburst in the first quarter, they've been held to just 2 so far in the first 3.5 minutes of the second quarter. Looks like they wiped some more off there. Somebody needs to give Michaela some more money here tonight. She's not only being an official, but also being a custodian. That one rattles in and out, and Brendan Cook with his second board of the night. 4:20 to go first half. 21-7 Scott City with the 2-touchdown lead on Larned. Screen up top for Mesa. Pump fakes on the 3. Drives the right side. Now Aiden Trangle will fire up a triple. Be too strong. Rebound. Avery Radke crashes it. Pump fakes. Now flips it back up to Cooper Irvin. So we're near the midway mark, and now it's going to be Mesa for 3. He's got his third 3 and 11 points. 24-7 Beavers. 3:55 to go first half, and they've countered Larned's 5-0 run with a 5-0 run of their own. Bounce pass underneath. Shot up and in and out and back home for Crable. And makes it 24-9, 3:45 to go first half. So Scott City back with the ball up by 15, 3:35 to go first half. Left side, it's Avery Radke around the screen for Cook. Give and go left side to Irvin. He'll try a 3. That rainbow shot is air ball, but right to Radke. Moves his way in, puts it up, but he's got 2 free throws coming up. So Radke already with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Scott City is dominating on the glass. That foul on Luke Crable, his first. Team foul number 2 of this second quarter. 2 more free throws coming up for Radke. He's been the only one that's been allowed to shoot free throws for Scott City. His third trip to the line this half, and he knocks that one down. 25-9. 3:27 to go second quarter. Back in is going to be Andres Martinez for Anthony Gonzalez. He was waiting when Gonzalez was shooting his free throws. Of course, Gonzalez missed them both, so it didn't allow him to enter the game. And Radke, that one knocked off, but tipped it into the hands of Crable and throws it away. 15th Larned turnover. Already 10 steals for Scott City unofficially with 3:20 to go first half. Underneath the Cook at the right block. Turn now. Here's Tarango. He'll try a 3. It's on target, and it's still strong that time. And Crable with his second rebound for Larned. 25-9 Scott City as we approach the 3-minute mark, second quarter. So Larned's really settled down after Scott City made their big run, but now the Indians with the ball in the right corner. A 3 is good. Crable with 5 all in this quarter. It's 25-12. 2:52 to go first half. So Larned is back to within 13. Left side, now entry feed to Cook toward the left baseline. Loses it, picks it back up, tied up, and it's going to stay Scott City's basketball with 24 to shoot. As subs in, it'll be Grady Pinkston for Larned for Luke Crable. Back in is Ethan Fro and Drew Metzger in for Cooper Irvin and Aiden Tarango. So Larned has outscored Scott City 8-6 in this second quarter, but the Beavers have a 13-point lead. 2:41 to go second period. Lob in to Radke. Loses it, but picked back up now up top to Cook. Underneath, bullet pass behind the defense. Metzger pump fakes, goes up, leaves it short, got his own rebound and tips it back in. He's on the board. He has his 5th rebound in his first 2. 27-12, 2:28 to go first half. Scott City applying some pressure in the backcourt. Larned to break it with Hagerman. In the front court and in transition off the hands that time of Grady Pinkston, and turnover number 16 on the Indians. 27-12 your score. Beavers with the ball in a 15-point lead as we approach 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Mesa into the front court, gets a screen from Radke, goes to his left now to Metzger, and it goes to Brendan Cook, and he's got 4. Ties his point total from last night, which was a career high, 29-12, 2 minutes ago first half. Excellent execution of the offense. Losing it was Tops, but he picks it back up, and now backcourt left to Martinez, and they will not get it across. That's a 10 count, and that's turnover number 17. Scott City's defense has been good there. That time, Larned a little lackadaisical trying to get it across. And back in is going to be Kyler Green. He'll replace Tristan Reagan with 1:53 to go first half. Scott City 29-12. That matches their largest lead. They've scored the last 4 of the ball game. And inbound into the backcourt, it goes to Junior Mesa. Mesa across the 10-second line, gets a screen. Now we'll lob it to Radke. A 3 is launched, and it's too strong. Rebound, Fro wrestles it away. He'll put it up, shot is blocked, and in the hands of Larned. Minute 40 to go first half. Scott City with a commanding lead right now, 29-12. Top entry feed into the big guy. Kyler Green turns around and misses it. But Larned saves it into play, and they're gonna throw it away. Pinkston did the right thing, but boy, good hustle, just could not finish. Or a good effort there by Pinkston, but threw it away, and Scott City will get the basketball back here with minute 22 to go second quarter. They'll get it in the front court, but they will inbound it into the backcourt to Junior Mesa. 29-12 Scott City. They've hit the 17-point lead 3 different times here in this game, but have not been able to push it across. Metzger used up his dribble. Ethan Fro up top with it. Minute 8 to go, second quarter. Now into Brandon Cook at the foul line. He'll just put it up. Too strong. Rebound tip. Right to Junior Mesa underneath. Puts it up. No. Cook misses it. Misses it again. Tips it to Bullet past to Radke, but out of bounds it'll go to Larned. Scott City padding their rebounding stats in this first half. They have 11 offensive boards out of their 18. Caston Wren in for Ethan Fro. 29-12, 55 seconds to go first half. Ball deflected, and it's loose in another turnover. That's a 18th, I believe it is, on Larned. Yep, it is. 48 seconds to go first half. About 19 seconds between game clock and shot clock. 29-12, Scott City leads it. Caston Wren, nice cut. Cook goes to his right. Little hook shot. Yes, he's got 6. 31-12, 35 seconds to go first half. Shot clock will be off now. Larned with the ball in the back court. And a lead pass almost a travel that time for Hagerman, and he's going to throw it away. And another turnover. Nineteenth of the half on Larned. 31-12, 23 seconds to go first half. Inbound into the backcourt. The shot clock is off. Scott City, if they elect to do so, will take the final. Can take the final shot of the half. Wren back up top to Junior Mesa. 13 seconds to go. He has it in the half-court circle. Goes right. Caston Wren. Scott City runs their offense with 6. Up top to Radke. Left side to Metzger. He'll drive in. Floater up. No. Tip up is no good. Metzger didn't get it off in time, but that's the end of your first half. But Scott City will take a 31-12 lead in the locker room over the Larned Indians and really controlled the first half. They outscored the Indians 12-8 in that second quarter to take a 31-12 lead. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with your first half stats and more. This is Beaver Basketball.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed. Bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
We've all been there. The moment you realize the smell might be you. Stress sweat, long day sweat, it's hot outside sweat, they all give the same impression. According to the Cleveland Clinic, bathing once a day and applying deodorant consistently goes a long way. Bathing regularly doesn't only help with the smell, but it helps with your confidence and overall well-being. When you bathe, you remove the odor-causing bacteria on your skin. Don't be the smell, bathe well. Take care of your body odor and use proper hygiene.
Oh my god, someone just sent me a friend request. Do you know them? No, it looks real, and they sent me a link.
According to the FBI, there are 859,000 complaints a year about internet crime. From these crimes, over $66 billion are lost. This is a 33% increase from 2023. A way to prevent internet crime is to choose strong passwords and two-step authorization. People would like to know about cyber safety to protect their kids from cyberbullying and identity fraud. If you get hacked, contact the police.
Since 1950, Pioneer Communications has been right here in western Kansas connecting your community.
We're more than an internet company. We're your neighbors, your friends, your local business partner. For 75 years, we've been dedicated to delivering the experience you deserve, providing high-speed internet, reliable connections, and unwavering support for families, schools, and business. Wherever life leads you, Pioneer Communications, where connection counts, being local makes a difference, and community comes first.
9-0 and 19-2. They had that 17-point lead for a while in this game on 3 different occasions, and finally they were able to get above that 17-point lead. Larned had cut it to within 19-7 early second quarter, and then 25-12, and then the Beavers in the final 2.5 of the second quarter scored the final 6 points to take a 31-12 halftime lead. But Larned settled down a little bit, and they were able to get their offense going, but then there are times that they turned over, mostly by Scott City's pressure, thanks in large part, I should say, to Scott City's pressure. Halftime scoring looks like this here for Larned. They were led by Luke Crable with 5, 4 for Grady Pinkston, 2 for Kyler Green, and 1 for Anthony Gonzalez. They had 19 first-half turnovers in the game. They also had, 9 defensive rebounds, a couple of offensive boards, 11 rebounds, and a steal as well, and 5 fouls. Both teams have 5 fouls in the first half. For Scott City, they were led in the first half, 11 for Junior Maces. He matches his jersey number, 6 each for Avery Radke and Brendan Cook. That's a new career high for Cook. And how about 2 for Aiden Tarango, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, and Mickey Gossman. So pretty balanced after that. For the Beavers, they had just 3 turnovers, 5 fouls, but they had a slew of steals in the first half. How about 12 steals? They had 7 defensive rebounds, 12 offensive boards, 19 rebounds in the first half. Scott City leads it here, 31-12. We'll come back in 3 minutes for the rest of your first half. We'll get you set up for the second half as well. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott County is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. That's why the Scott County Development Committee is here to help local businesses, entrepreneurs, and the community as a whole to grow. There are many different opportunities in Scott City to expand business growth and development. To find out more on what the Scott County Development Committee can do for you, call Nicole at 620-872-3525 Extension 2 or see her at 811 South Main Street in Scott City.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 car controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Special memories make new memories at the Cottages Senior Care Living in Garden City. The Cottages is a facility that's designed to feel like one's own home. It includes 12 private rooms with private baths and accessible showers, a shared kitchen, dining area, quiet room, reading room, living room, and it even has a salon and outdoor patio. When it's time to make a decision on a simpler life, make the Cottages Senior Care Living in Garden City your new home where they improve life.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City, text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedSpa.com.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
Safe. View their inventory online at jrcarandtruck.com.
31-12 your halftime score. Scott City with the lead here over the Larned Indians as the teams will get their final warm-ups here. As we take a look at some first-half stats, additional first-half stats here, as Scott City with a 19-point lead here. For Larned, they were 5 of 11. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 5 of 11 shooting unofficially for 45%. 19 turnovers will do that. They were 1 of 3 on threes. 4.8 on twos, and from the charity line, Larned was just 1 of 4. For Scott City, they were 12 of 35 for 34%, 3 of 9 on threes, 9 of 26 on twos, and 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Foul trouble, nobody had foul trouble. Everybody had 5 different players with at least 1 foul. So Scott City trying to get to 10-win mark. It would be the 3rd straight year and the 4th of the last 5 years the Beavers would hit the 10-win mark. If they can pull this off here. Scott City will have a week off here as they will have Colby on the road on Tuesday, host Hugoton here next Thursday, and then travel to Cimarron on Friday night, the 20th, to round up the regular season. To round out the regular season, that is. As for Larned, after tonight, they'll get 2 more at home. It's all league schools for them as well. They get Pratt at home on Friday, Haven next Tuesday. They go to Hoisington on the 20th, and then the 24th, they're at Smoky Valley in Lindsborg to take on the Vikings. All right, we're moments away from starting the second half. It will be Larned Indian basketball to begin the third quarter. Scott City once again without Brody Steckline once again, and also without tonight Reed Felker. It'll be Avery Radke, Junior Mesa, Mickey Gossman, Cooper Irvin, and Drew Metzger. For Larned, it is Luke Crable, also Anthony Gonzalez, Andres Martinez, Tristan Reagan, and Kyler Green. Third quarter officially underway. Beaver basketball leading 31-12. Larned with it. Martinez up top now to Luke Crable. Crable out high, now left side back to Reagan back up top. Here's a 3. Launched by Martinez. Short rebound tracked down by Larned, and they'll get a reset. Gonzalez grabs that offensive board. It's their 3rd of the night, and the layup is good. Anthony Gonzalez with 3, 31-14. First seconds of the second half. Entry feed into Gossman, catches it. Now double team up top to Mesa for 3. Rims out. Gossman gets a rebound. Pump fakes. He'll go up and wave it off. They're going to say a foul on the floor before the shot, says Michaela Bierman. That'll be team foul number 1 on Larned the second half. Third quarter, Kyler Green with the foul. Remains 31-14, 7:21 to go third period. Mesa to lob it into Gossman. Flips it behind him now out high to Radke. Open for a deep 3. Count it! He has 9, his first 3 of the night. 34-14, 7:15 to go third quarter. As Larned sees Scott City apply some full court pressure, but the Indians will break it with 2-on-1 numbers. Bounce pace. Go up, blocked by Gossman on a layup attempt by Crable, and he grabbed the board. Here comes Cooper Irvin with it front court, left side to Radke. Stops. Jab step, now drives in, spin move to his right, floats it up, leaves it short, and the rebound into the hands of Larned's Anthony Gonzalez, his second rebound all in this quarter. 6:50 to go third quarter, 34-14. Loose out high, picked up by Irvin, and then he's fouled. So the turnover of foul, double whammy there on Larned. That'll be Crable's second. 6:45 here in the third quarter, 34-14. Scott City lead in the ball back. In the front court left to Junior Mesa. Mesa up top to Gossman. Goes right with the pass over. And now Mesa from Radke. He'll drive in, jump stop, hang, shoots, got it. He has 13, 36-14, 6:27 to go third quarter. Scott City last 5 points of the ball game. In the front court with it here is Larned. Luke Crable up top now to Kyler Green under left baseline. Now a high ball fake. Here is Luke Crable. 18 to shoot. Entry feed into the big guy Green. Puts it up. Can't get it to go, and it's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Team foul number 1 on Scott City here in the third quarter. They're going to get the foul on Mickey Gossman, his second. So 2 free throws for Green, who averages 14 and 7 a game, 7 rebounds. He has 5 rebounds tonight and just 2 points. Trying to change that, and he puts that free throw in, 36-15. 6:05 here in the third. Second charity toss up, and Green knocks him down. Larned now 3 of 6 to the line as they cut the deficit to 20. A lot of activity already in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter. Left side to Junior Mesa. Ball fake on a deep 3. Gossman hits the deck. Might have been a push, but they let it play through. Larned playing it's like man defense. Now loose out high. Gossman picks it up, puts on the floor, almost gets tied up now to Cooper Irvin. Irvin will penetrate left lane line, pump fake, pivots, gets hammered underneath and then ripped away by Kyler Green. Scott City's 4th turnover of the night. 5.5 to go third quarter. A lot of things to learn from that possession. 36-16. Green now out high. Here's Martinez. Right side, it goes over to Tristan Reagan, guarded by Junior Mesa. Drives in, hangs, shoots off to the left, and it's rebounded by Avery Radke. Good job by Gossman shielding off the big Green, Kyler Green. And here comes Scott City back the other way, and a Mesa 3, too strong. The rebound, Avery Radke, has 7th board pulled down tonight. Scott City didn't get another scoring opportunity here. 5 minutes to go, third quarter, 36-16. Beavers on top. Irvin up top now. Gossman left corner off a deflection. It's Mesa. Catch and shoot 3 is knocked down. He buries his 4th 3 of the night. He has 16. 39-16. The Beavers have hit 5 triples tonight. 4:45 to go, third stanza. Into the front court's Larned. They get it to Tristan Reagan. Jump stop at the foul line, right side to Crable. He'll penetrate in the paint. Up over Cooper Irvin, leaves it short, and that'll be, they'll say, Scott City's basketball. Good defense by Irvin, making that shot a little tough. You do see some athleticism by Larned out there on the court. They just haven't been able to get the ball to drop in the basket here. 4:25 to go third quarter up top. It's Mickey Gossman holds it. Now to his right to Avery Radke. He'll go to his left bounce pass.
And the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Binns and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
Fro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Fro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Security State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
$42-16 is your score. The Beavers up by 26 after back-to-back Mesa threes and a Radke 3 in there as well. Mesa now up to 19 points on the night. Scott City's buried 3 triples in this period, now 6 for the ball game. They had, I believe it was 11 threes last night against Hoxie. 3:55 to work third quarter, just past the midway mark. Larned down to 2 timeouts in the game. Right side, here's Landis Hagerman back in for the Indians. Caston Wren back in the game, hits the deck. Larned will throw it away for their 21st turnover. .344 to go third quarter. Mason in the front court. Up top it goes to Ethan Fro. Back it goes to Radke. Radke will put it on the floor. Now to Wren. It goes to his right. Mesa up top. Quickly guarded. 15 to shoot. Back up top to Wren. And Scott City resets. Left side, here's Fro. Nice cut. Castor Wren power dribble. Now 8 in the paint. Loses it. Gets a strip. Turnover number 5. Scott City's maybe gotten too deep into that zone, and that's hurt him a couple of times this third quarter. We'll wait to go third quarter with it as Larned down 42-16. Scott City on an 11-4 run in this third quarter, backing his way in, and now up top here's Gonzalez looking to penetrate from Reagan. Reagan will drive the right baseline. His layup is no good. Rebound, Green puts it up, blocked by Cook, but they say he fouled and Green will get 2 free throws. The foul charge to Brendan Cook is first. Team foul number 2 of the third quarter. First of 2 free throws, no good for Kyler Green. He's 2 of 3 in this one. 2:52 to go third quarter. Second free throw for Green. He gets 1 out of 2. He now has 5 on the night. And he'll check out for Javin Tops, 42-17. 2:52 to third quarter. Larned breaks the 6-0 Scott City run. The Beavers with it have more of a 1-3-1 look now for the Indians. Left corner, Radke left wide open. Nobody within 3 area codes couldn't get it, but Radke will track down the board. And Scott City with another chance here. 28 to shoot. They have 15 offensive boards tonight. Screen from Mason, left corner for 3, short. Rebound, Radke tips it. That'll be a credit for him. And now that Ethan Fro is the third time the charm, the answer is yes as he splashes home a 3. His first 3 of the night, 45-17, 2:17 to go. Third quarter, Scott City with 4 threes in this period, 7 for the ball game. It's now a 28-point game. 2 minutes to go third quarter. Out high, Anthony Gonzalez with it. Guarded by Fro, drives to his right. Now back up top, it'll go to Landis Hagerman. Now they weave it over to Tristan Reagan. They play a weave up top, 14 to shoot. With it is Gonzalez. Drives in, stripped by Fro. And it's a turnover. He'll lead the 2-on-2 charge. Bounce pass. Here's Wren. Layup. Good. Caston Wren on the board. It's a 30-point game with 1:45 to go. Third quarter at 47-17. That was a great transition out of the turnover. Scott City with basket there. They're up by 30. They're on an 11-2 run here. 11-1 run over the last 3 minutes. Minute 30 to go third quarter. Right side over to Andres Martinez. He has it out high, guarded by Fro. Now left side. That is Landis Hagerman. 10 to shoot. Tops with it, back up top to Martinez. 8-7, 6 to shoot, 5. Coach Luke Steinleg has said, let's go. 3, 2, 1. And they will not get a shot, shot clock violation. Good defense by Scott City holding their ground for 35 seconds. 4 new subs in, including a newcomer tonight to the game for the first time, that is. You have Aiden Tarango, Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, and Chase Colpin for the first time tonight. That'll be for the 5 players. Caston Wren, Avery Radke, Junior Mesa, and also Ethan Fro. Minute to go third quarter. 47-17 your score. Out high, here's Irvin trying to get in the books. He rattles home a 3. He has 5. 50-17. It's raining threes for the Beavers tonight. 48 seconds to go third quarter. And Scott City has opened up a 33-point lead. We'll have a running clock fourth quarter. That ball is going to be lost out of bounds. Turnover number, that's that 24, I believe that is, for Larned. 39.2 to go third quarter. Scott City about 4 seconds between game clock and shot clock. 9 players have scored tonight. Metzger for a 3. Why not? He is joining the three-point party. 53-17, 20 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City all of a sudden has lit it up from downtown in this third quarter. They have 6 threes in this quarter, 9 for the ballgame. 10 seconds to go third quarter. Now right side, here's Hagerman for an answer back 3. No, rebound Cook with 4 with 3. Come on, you shoot a 3. Nope, it'll be deflected, and that's the end of your third quarter. 53-17. Scott City closes out the final 2:18 with 11 consecutive. We're going to have a continuous clock in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
On the farm, Every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
Cooperative.
The clock will run in this fourth quarter continuously. Scott City with a 36-point lead, 53-17 over the Larned Indians. Beavers tonight led by Junior Mesa with 19 and 9 for Avery Radke. And the starters might be done for the night. Radke with 9 boards as well. And a dunk for Brendan Cook. He has 8. 55-17. 7:45 to go on the lob down from Aaron Radke, who's in there for the first time. Entry feed into Kyler Green. Kicks it out high. Here's Anthony Gonzalez layup. Swatted out of there, but they're going to get the foot pushing foul instead. 7:30 to go, and that foul will be charged to Aaron Radke in for the first time. Team foul number 1 in the fourth quarter. So Aaron Radke, Brendan Cook, Chaston Berry in for the first time. Michael Hermosillo in there as well. And Radke and Chase Culp in there. First to 2 free throws. Clanks off there for Anthony Gonzalez. He has 3 points. He's now 1 of 5 at the line. Larned 5 of 9 at the charity line tonight. Scott City, they are 4 of 5. Did not attempt a free throw in that third quarter. That second free throw bounces off. Cook mistimes his jump, and then it's a mass of humanity, almost like a game of Twister going on underneath there, and it'll be out of bounds off of Larned. 6:44 to go. The Beavers are going to get to 10 and 8. Lakin plays Liberal tonight, so that'll be interesting how that goes. And now here's nice cut by Culp. Oh, he left it short, and the rebound to Kyler Green. 55-17, 6:25 to work. Left wing, here's Kobe laying in for the first time. He's a 5'10 sophomore. Now Green will back his way in. Right side here for Grady Pinkston. Back up top it'll go. Here's a 3 lunge for Lang, and that is short. And a whistle and a pushing foul underneath. They're going to get the push on Green underneath. His third foul with 6:09 to go. So now both teams with a foul apiece here in the fourth quarter. 55-17, 6 minutes to go. And now ball knocked out by Pinkston. Barry, Scott City will maintain possession with 5:54 left. Inbound into Aaron Radke, and then he flips it to Michael Hermosillo. Scott City needs to get Hermosillo to score. He's been the only one not to score in varsity this year. Cook, now Hermosillo. Up top, Chaston Berry turns down the 3. He'll drive in, right wing to Radke. Turns down the 3, and there's a foul. That'll be on Anthony Gonzalez, his second. Team foul number 2 of the quarter. 5.5 to go, and that just burns more time off the clock. 55-17 your score. New 35 to shoot. Clock runs. Superb shot clock work tonight by Lauren Robinson. Again, now up top, Hermosillo. Oh, shoot that. He'll drive in. Gets amongst the trees and draws the foul. Team foul number 3 of the fourth quarter. She's always worried that I wasn't going to say, or was going to say bad things about how she's doing to the shot clock. She's had her moments this year, but doing good tonight. And Pinkston's second. And Larned will bring in some more subs. They bring in Javen Tops and also Landis Hagerman. That will be Kyler Green and Anthony Gonzalez. Running clock, 4:44 left, 55-17. Radke to inbound and a lob into Cook. He'll catch it, backs his way in up top to Hermosillo. Now left side, here's Chaston Berry out high. Gets it to Cook. Cook, nice cut. Here's Culp. Pump fakes, goes up, and he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. Culp, 0 for 2 at the line this year in varsity. 4:20 to go, fourth quarter. That foul on Javin Tops is first. Make that 4:30 in the fourth quarter on the Indians of Larned from the Central Kansas League. First to 2 for Culp. Oh, ribbing in and out. Scott City back-to-back nights of running clock here. It was the whole second half at Hoxie last night. Second free throw for Culp. I left it short. That one's off of Larned, and it'll be Scott City's ball. The Beavers are now 4 of 7 at the line tonight. Leading it here 55-17. No scoring for Larned in the fourth quarter. Scott City with just 2. As the Beavers have it right at their season average of points. Hermosillo with it out high. Gets a screen as he goes to his left. 3.5 to go. Now a screen goes to his right. And the ball thrown away. Scott City's 6th turnover. In transition, layup missed that time on left-hander by Pinkston. Right there is Radke for the board. First rebound on the board now, Brendan Cook to Radke, left open for 3. The southpaw can't knock it down. The rebound into the hands of Larned's Grady Pinkston. 3 minutes to go in this one. 55-17, Aiden Trango to come in, next dead ball for Scott City. Luke Crable backing his way in, but then flips to his right to Lang. Now left wing, it goes over to Landis Hagerman. Hagerman back up top to Lang, trying to get around Culp. 2:50 to go, 15 to shoot up top. Crable, drive in. Pivots just outside the elbow, left elbow. Now right side out high to Pinkston with 8 with 7. He'll drive underneath. May have shuffled his feet. They're just going to let it play on. 4-3-2. Kobe Lang, the 3, banked it off. Rebound, Michael Hermosillo. He gets his first rebound of the night. Lang with that miss. 2.5 to go. Hermosillo with the ball. Now Radke left corner to Culp. He'll look to drive in up top. Barry fires a straightaway triple. In and out. Rebound. Cook tried to get it. And loose underneath. And still loose. And it's saved. Good hustle by Pinkston amongst 3 Beavers. And here we go. Good catch and shoot attempt there by Barry. 2 minutes to go. Left side. Here's Lang with it. Puts it on the deck. Stolen away. 25th turnover lead pass. Brendan Cook. Here we go. And that'll work as a 2-handed dunk. It counts. It didn't look pretty, but it works. 57-17, minute 50 to go. He has 10 points tonight. Now back out high, almost stolen away. 100 seconds to go. Left short corner left there to Tops. Now back up top. He'll throw it over to Kobe Lang. 57-17, 90 seconds to go. Hagerman with it. 10 to shoot around the screen. Back up top. It'll go to Javin Tops. 8, 7, 6. Backdoor cut deflected and stolen away. Here's Hermosillo with it. 2-on-1 numbers. You take it this time, Hermosillo. Nope. He wanted the assist, and that one will be off the foot of Aaron Radke, and Scott City with the turnover. Aiden Trango checks in. Brendan Cook got a couple of shots right at the rim here tonight. Final minute of this one. 57-17 your score. Only 4 points scored in this fourth quarter, all by Cook. .54 seconds to go. Out high, it'll go to Kobe Lang. Lang will be guarded by Hermosillo. Now up top to Javin Tops. Tops crossover guarded now by Hermosillo. And Barry almost gets it right out of his hands, but picked back up by Larned. They have 15 to shoot. Right wing, here's Kobe Lang. Lang back out high, goes to Crable. Down to 10 to shoot. Lang uses up a dribble, needs help. Finds it out high to Tops with 5. With 4, Tops with 3. Stolen away by Hermosillo. He tracks it down. Tried to save it to Durango. The teams will trade turnovers. Will get a foul with 25 seconds to go. That'll shut the shot clock off. Scott City with a foul on Chaston Berry, his first team foul, his second. 15 seconds left, and inbound into the backcourt goes to Javin Tops. Scott City's going to get a doubleheader sweep. They're now 10-8 on the year. Larned drops to 6-13. They've dropped their 5th in a row. Layup is spinning off. And the rebound loose, but stolen away. Shot no. That's your ball game. Scott City gets a shutout of the fourth quarter, and it's 57-17 wrap for Scott City tonight. They ended up closing out the final 10 minutes of this game with 15 consecutive points. The Beavers are now 10-8 on the year. They'll have a week off to get ready for 3 games next week in league play. Larned drops to 6-13 on the year. Our postgame show to begin in 3 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
On the plains of western Kansas, where